What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to episode 144 of the Be More Nerdy podcast. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, aka Mr. Space Awaits, aka the OG Galaxy, aka the Hentai Honcho. And with me today are my co-host and a special guest, Classicman D.
Yo, what up, peeps? Mr. Well, folks, it's about that time is here. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We also have my co-host, Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies, it's your girl Diva XOXO, aka the Sophista Ratchet, aka the Gooner Gang General, aka the official, unofficial Disney princess.
And then we have my other co-host, HDTV.
It's your guy, HDTV, man. You know, alleged Mr. Anime aficionado. That was kind of debunked when we did our Jeopardy the other day. Not gonna lie. I didn't know you can go so negative in that game. I did not know.
Wait, hold on. You supposed to be the anime encyclopedia, and you going negative, my G?
Yes,
Those
sir.
were weird questions. Like they were like, "What is the score of what's higher on my anime list? Reran or JJK?" I'm like, who memorizes the score?
Okay, yeah, no, I wouldn't know that. You got that. No.
It was he kept picking those though, so that's on you. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Either way, today's episode.
Setup question.
You know, it was definitely a setup question. He was getting set up left and right.
That's a setup question, if you ask me. But go ahead, man.
But yeah, man, today's episode, we're going to be playing our classical game of Level Up with Classicman D, seeing how he fends well against the Be More Nerdy crew in our game of debates. But first, as per usual, when we have a guest, we love to talk about them. We love to talk about the things they do, what they get into, the things they're interested in. And honestly, you talk a lot about your interests, man. So let's get into it. You ready for it?
But before we jump into it, I do have to say this because it meant so much to me. Shout out to Poca La Loca. She's a variety streamer, and it wouldn't be possible without her. Literally just chopping it up with people at Trap Sushi, and I was just telling her a couple people I was real excited to see. And she was like, "Oh, Classic, he upstairs." I was like, "Okay, you want me to take you to see him?" I said, "Thanks, man. I'd appreciate it," and couldn't be possible without her. So shout out Poca La Loca.
Yes, we love Polka. That is my sister to death. I love her to death. Shout out to her for real.
It's so funny because I know about Polka through SS Blaze, and I watch them stream together all the time. Like, yes, sir. Shout out Polka, man.
The homies. Both of them. I love them both.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the homies. We gotta get them on here too. But yeah, as per usual, let's get into the interview. So Classic, I gotta say, because also my dog Rap So Petty. He gave me an idea. I'm doing your challenge right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's kicking my ass. It's very difficult.
You doing the 5 post too?
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. So for those who don't know, Classicman issued a challenge out, 5 posts a day for the month of July, and you got to do it every day. It's difficult. What made you come up with that? I know a lot of content creators are talking about how to get bigger followings, and a lot of people are trying post 10, post 20 times a day, and your following will just explode. Like, what made you really say to the people, like, I'm going to do this challenge, and y'all should do it too?
Within that was mainly, if anything, if you want to say it was a challenge that was started, it was Rab who kind of started it too. Because he and I had like a conversation where he was just saying he was trying to be more consistent because we both learn from each other in a lot of ways. Is that with Rab, he's more on the lines of long form content, and I've mastered the art of short form. And so we've taken from each other when it comes down to just how like our different content styles. And what the main things that he was trying to gain was consistency. So I said, okay, so when it comes down to it, how often do you post? And he's like, oh, well, I only post like a clip here, a clip there, this and that, He was like, I don't know how to really get to where I can start being more consistent with the short form as I am with the long form. So I'm like, well, I say, why don't you challenge yourself today and see how you can manage by putting out this X amount of videos and everything like that and see how you fare. He was like how you do every day? I was like, yeah, because I put out at least about 3 to 5 videos every single day. Like my bare minimum is 3. And that's the thing. A lot of people off rip already are like, nah, I don't know if I can even do that. And I do that every single day. I barely take breaks, to be honest with you. Like I probably take like 2 or 3 days off, but that's only if I posted like at least 10 to 15 videos on one day, so I can do that.
Okay, so I was gonna say you like batch release too on some days, so you can get that time off. I feel that. Jesus.
So that would be a massive time, yeah. So when it comes down to that consistency, we made that for him to at least understand that he needed to have some sort of like dedication to something when it came down to that. And I said, let's just test it, because a lot of people aren't able to do that because of the fact that like I've set myself up in a way to where not only my fandom loves me talking about just virtually anything at this point, but now they give me topics that I talk about every single day. So I'm literally just at this point filling in requests while also doing videos of just stuff that just comes off of my head. So it's easy for me to just come out of nowhere and have like 18 different topics at the ready each day, and they'll be different and whatnot. But it's kind of hard for people to, continuously keep putting out like 5 videos a day. So he was like, okay, I can try to use your method and whatnot. And he's just looking for topics that people just post on Twitter, or just people just talk with a green screen and everything like that. So he's found a groove with it. And so once he did that, he made the announcement and said, hey, I was challenged to do this. So I feel like if y'all feel like y'all want to do it too, hey, more power to you. So I'm like, shoot, if you want to make it a challenge, we can make it a public challenge. That's all fine by me. I wanted to, if anything, make a public announcement for it not too long ago, but I had not gotten the chance. But Rab had pretty much covered it on his page anyway, and it took off. So I said, hey, I'm glad that people are actually getting something out of it, and see if they can just at least get some measure of consistency from posting every day, even if you don't make it to the 5, and because I know that's a lot. But as long as you've at least gotten at least 1 or 2, maybe even 3, you're all good in my part, like in my department. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is for me.
Facts.
And if y'all don't know that this is a man that's definitely mastered the art of the short form. Last month alone, I think you went over 100 million views, and then you were hitting 900K hours.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. In short format is the crazy thing. That's like nuts, bro.
Yeah, no. Each one of those videos in that like time span of a week had all hit over like 1 million views or something like that. And it for the first time ever went over 100 million. I hit 2 billion views across my entire platform as of like 2 weeks ago.
Someone get that clap out, please, brother.
Yes.
Clap it up for this man. He working. He's working.
But it's a grind set, man. Like majority of the time when it comes down to this type of stuff, I'm in a battle with myself, and so I'm just trying to top myself every single month.
I love it. Diva, I see you open your mouth. You got a question there?
If he wants to go first, he can. I'm working on my patience. I'm in my soft girl era. No, I'm just kidding. First of all, I love your voice. You have one of the sexiest there, and this is not me hitting on you. Very
Oh no, I appreciate you.
Very gay.
Absolutely, thank you though.
So and so I say that because we saw Rab's wow, now I'm drawing a blank because I'm thinking about your voice. Don't come for me, y'all.
You want me to just tell you? It's
Hood DBZ. Yeah, I got it. I got this. Hood DBZ. So that was your first time voice acting.
Yes.
We could tell by just all of you guys in the room that y'all had so much fun doing it. Are you excited to do more voice acting? And what made you like want to get into voice acting? Because that's not where everybody goes.
Yeah, no, like when it came down to just the movie in and of itself, Rab had threw that out at me because he and I were supposed to be working together for like a long time, and we were supposed to start on like JJK, and he had this guy for me, and it was I think it was like the dude who's like he loves to turn people into coat racks and whatever, like skin suits and all the rest of the type of stuff.
Oh,
he was like, man, I got a character for you. I'm throwing this out. I want you to be this character. He was like, all right, but we never ended up getting into it because like we both had conflicting schedules. So when DreamCon rolled around, we're both supposed to be there. I usually would do the panel, what's it called, Anime Court. And that was very popular for a hot minute. And I ended up divulging from that and just decided, hey, when it came down to DreamCon, I was just going to be making a lot of moves and different things and trying to explore more opportunities because I never really got to full-blown explore DreamCon like that because of the fact that I was always busy and whatnot. And so I said this time around, I'm just going to take my time and go to all these different events, different things of that nature. But lo and behold, Rab was doing a movie. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, what are you doing? And he and I was just having casual conversation, and he was like, man, I got a role for you. I said, what's up? He's like, I want you to play a character in the new Dragon Ball Z film that I want to do, and then we could usher it in and then premiere it at Dream. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So who is it? And he's like, oh, I want you to play Bojack. And I was like, all right, yo. So you want me to play the main villain in this movie? He's like, yeah. This is. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So because he's gone from like a bit part that I was just supposed to be just for a feature to now just me being the entire main villain of the whole movie. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So this is my first time voice acting. Never done this before and whatnot. This is the very first time. And I said I'd love to break out into voice acting for the longest time possible after listening to Chris Sabbath and then Alex Lee, who voices Sung Jin Woo, and his story and everything like that when it came down to it. I've always loved voice acting and I wanted to break out into it. So this is my first chance to actually get some practice. So he sent over the script, and we're not in the same room at all. We're in different cities. We're all in this and that third. We all did our lines separately. I don't know what he wants me to deliver from this character or whatever. I don't know what their upward inflections are or whatever their stuff sounds like. I just know from the lines that he's giving me and what I need to deliver and whatnot. Because Rab is very meticulous when it comes down to how he wants these certain characters spanned out into the script. It's just about what you add to that character, which makes it great. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just in my room, just reading over some of these not lyrics, but these lines and whatnot. And majority of these lines are kind of sus out of context. They're sus as shit out of context. And so I'm just in my room. Note that like I'm in my room and I'm screaming to the top of the heavens and whatnot. These lines, bitch, like this shit like this, and I'm like, and my girl comes in the room. She's like, what? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to figure this out and whatnot, and just trying to get these lines together. So it was different and whatnot because I'm like I do commentary all the time. I scream in my room, but I'm never like just going like this type of stuff. And I'm like it is Dragon Ball Z, and I'm trying to get in that zone and whatnot.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
And so
I feel you.
I'm loud as hell. So throughout the day, I have to just find just different parts to redo these takes. And then Rab wanted me to do something that was just like normal, and then like screaming them and whatnot. So I'm just doing different takes through, whether it's at night or throughout the day. I just have to do this. For one, my voice was gone by like day 2 of doing this, so I had to stockpile most of my videos because I already knew I would have to be doing this for the longest time possible and perfecting it because I wanted this to be great. This is my first performance. I wanted to make sure that like I'm not sounding a certain way that would not be beneficial to how his project would go. But he was like, man, you got it on the first take. I was like, all right, cool. I said, cool, we're good. Now, when it came down to just voice acting in and of itself, I've always wanted to hit that transition into it because I've always loved cartoons and anime. That's what got me into this to begin with. And to be able to work alongside some of the greats like Sean Shamel and different people like that, I would love to get into that medium and play these certain characters and personify myself within them, and then inspire other people while doing it. Because like some of the greatest anime moments to this day still hits because of those amazing performances that they've given. Imagine how many people who have been inspired by All Might's speech, or how many people who have heard like just Goku's just iconic scream of Kamehameha and all the rest of the type of things that we've grown into. And even to this day, I even drew inspiration from Alex Lee, and I bring him up again because he's all over the place. He's amazing recently, and especially in his performance with Sung Jin Woo and his performance for I Haven't Lost Yet against Egress, and he had screamed so loud that he ended up like tearing his vocal cords at one point. And I was like, that level of commitment that he had for that scene just to make that hit, and it does and whatnot. It's just like I wish I had that level of dedication. That's why I wanted to work so fragrantly into getting into that zone. So when I was presented with that opportunity, I gave it my all. And sure enough, it came out great. Like, man,
You could tell. Yeah,
oh
you could tell.
man. I was so surprised with how many people really showed up for that event. Like
I
that
was
was
not.
No.
I was like, why we got this tiny room?
Bro, I was like, why do we have
No,
this tiny ass room? This thing is gonna get packed. That's why we came early and we sat down
yeah.
and we was like, yeah, it's packed out in here.
No, because I was like, because for one, no, I was surprised because I knew we was gonna be packed out, but we're talking about like from both ends, all the way
Facts.
down the hallway, all the way on the other side of the hallway, coming out into like the foyer of the third floor. And I'm
Yup.
thinking, I'm like, yo, this is some type of like event. I'm thinking this is maybe Bay Brigade, maybe they're just trying to follow a line throughout the back corridor to try and get to other events. And I was like, this is all for us. I was like, that's crazy. And it's like I'm trying to make it through because I was a little bit late. I was like probably like two minutes late because I couldn't get through the crowd and whatnot. And I'm going through it, and they're like, oh no, this is classic. Push them through. I was like, they're pushing me up, pushing me forward, and then Rav goes on the mic. He's like, there he is. I was like, yeah. Everybody's hype. I'm like, bro, please. I was waiting for me. Yes, again. And I was like, nah, it was a very once in a lifetime experience, and I'm glad for everybody who came out. That was fun.
That experience is
So, yeah.
something else, man. Like we did a panel last DreamCon. We didn't get one this DreamCon because we were gonna play this game at DreamCon again.
Really?
But hopefully we can do it next year, and hopefully it'll come. But it's a different feeling. Even our first time, it wasn't. We had a decently sized room and we had it pretty filled up. But like just having that feeling of having people come out to see you like in person is insane, man. It's always insane.
Really cool.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And that's where we learned that this game is kind of defeated by the power of plot armor, which we didn't think was possible.
We didn't think it was possible.
We didn't think it was
amazing.
possible, but it was still great to see. It's still on our Instagram. We have a live video of it, so if you ever wanted to watch it and see how it got played out after this, plot armor won. That's all we got to say. That's it.
No, because how it ended was insane. The girl basically had the power to make people want to dance, and he had like supernova destructive power. And she was like, I'm gonna just dance it out and leave it up to Jesus, and everybody was like,
Jesus.
Yes.
And I was like, I just kind of, I had a rebuttal, and I just looked at the crowd. I'm like, you know what? I lost.
Yeah.
There's no point.
See, the whole thing about it is if you got the crowd on your side, it don't matter what you about to say, bro.
Yup.
Like I'm not even, I don't even know if enough people believe the hype, then they're definitely gonna say, yo, you can win it,
Yeah.
She was entertaining as hell though, because every round that's what she got terrible powers the whole way through, and she was just making them work. It was so funny.
If you can spin it, you got it.
Yeah, that's the point of the game,
You
man.
win it.
If you
Oh,
that was like that's the moniker when it comes down to anime core in and of itself. Because with all the different things that we had debated during that time, it's just if you have the argument, you got it, man. It's about swaying the crowd more than anything else.
Facts.
Like, it can
100%.
be the most ridiculous thing possible. You can be like, "Oh, my power is becoming a jacket," but can you stop me?
But can you stop me from wrapping around your face and suffocating the shit out of you? Can you stop
Exactly.
that?
I'm a jacket. How do you move your arms if I'm your jacket, my guy?
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
you put me on and you didn't even know it. Like,
Exactly.
That's funny as shit. Oh, you
I
saying
could
that
be a
about
god jacket.
you saying that you can, but saying that about Alex Lee made me remember Liam O'Brien. If you know who that is as a voice actor, he voiced Asura in the game Asura's Wrath. He actually coughed up blood from doing all the screaming in that.
Mm-hmm.
No, Alex Lee, I think I talked about it in a previous episode of the podcast. He did that scene, gave his answer, and he was crying. I was like, nah, I feel like a grown man. And it is not okay.
Oh, you were cutting.
I was like,
You cut out
Cutting out
hard.
my
there.
bad. I was like, I feel like a grown man is crying right now, and I am not okay. I was in tears. So I was like, he is crying.
and what
Like,
I missed that.
Alex Lee in at Sung Jin Woo when he gave his mom the elixir.
Got you. That
Oh,
scene
yeah.
that everybody hated.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No,
That
yeah,
everybody
that's-
hated is crazy because that's supposed to be one of their big emotional scenes.
You
But I
know,
don't
and
know
they
why,
added
'cause
that
I
in.
felt it.
You know, I've also
I
recognized that
felt it.
I think we said this here before, but like a lot of people, in this anime age don't recognize like the cinema of some scenes, like the Equestrian Girls anime, that final episode versus the Blue Lock final. Like people are like, yo, this is trash. I'm like, no, it's supposed to be cinematic. It's supposed to be the big moment. Like it's supposed to be a build. Nah, but yeah. What was your question, man?
Okay, because you actually touched on it with the voice acting, but I still spin it to the next part, which is because I know you're big in the anime, gaming, comic, really TV show like universe. You're a big blurred in this community, right? When it comes to your content, I understand that you're branching out into the voice acting, but I know that you're also into the cosplaying aspect a bit. I love the Hellboy. We all love the Lobo, and then I think you said Beast was your favorite character.
He was my favorite cosplay that I had done, because that's what had initially had started it all, when it came down to my higher tier stepping out into trying to be like more professional with my cosplays, and that was when I ended up getting a team for it, because other times I was just doing this just off a closet cosplays, different things of that nature. But then I said we wanted to get into like more practical effects and makeup and different things of that nature. And Beast was that first breakout cosplay for me when it came down to that. That led to Hellboy, then into Lobo. Then we did what's it called? I had a full blown M'Baku suit being made. I had some prosthetics made on top of some of the scarring and different things of that nature for Kang the Conqueror. And then one of the more tedious or very out there cosplays that I did was Candyman and whatnot. Candyman was actually like one of my like passion projects in a certain sense, because I love Tony Todd and whatnot, because they were just doing the Final Destination movie, and they were filming for it and whatnot. And during that time, we was like, okay, yeah, for Halloween, we're doing a classic killer type thing. Let's go with someone that we all know, someone we like that's iconic. But it doesn't necessarily have to be Jason or like Chucky or something like that. We want to do something different and whatnot. So I said, okay, yeah, let's go with Candyman. We literally got off of, I think it was like eBay. We had these bees, and they're actually like real bees, and they taxidermy them and everything like that. Like I think they freeze dry them or something like that. And we had bees, like actual bees, like glued to my face and whatnot. And then I actually had them around my mouth and all this type of stuff. Now Tony Todd, he committed to actually having live bees within his mouth, with dental dams and everything like that, and with honey. And yeah, this man committed to having live bees in his mouth. I wasn't doing that. I was like, y'all can put it around my face, eyes, everything like that. Everything. I will spit up the honey and everything I need to do. I ain't putting the live bees in my mouth. I'm not doing that. But yeah, that in and of itself turned out to be a really great shoot too. And just I have a lot of new cosplays down the line that are coming up that are gonna blow everybody away. Coming soon, actually. One's actually at the end of this month and whatnot, and it's a Monster Hunter theme. And then going into what's it called? September into October, I have I want to say at least 4 that I have in mind. And I can tell you guys because it's coming out. The 4 I had in mind was going to be Okarun and whatnot from Dan to Dan. And then I have Dan Phantom from Danny Phantom the Evil, Dark Danny, and whatnot. The Saja Boys. One of me, Saja Boy's demon form, and the last one would be Tombstone from Marvel.
Okay.
That's gonna be dope.
Some good dope cosplays. I like that a lot. I like the Dan Phantom. You don't see him often, but he was like a big villain at the end of the show. So
yes, he was.
Villain.
He was really cool. You don't see too many. I've seen Danny Phantom being done, but I've never seen Dan like that. Which is crazy. So I said, you know what? Let's try and go for something like that this time. Especially now that we're like going deeper into like the makeup and prosthetics and different things.
Yeah, sure.
I saw Danielle at DreamCon actually. Danielle Phantom. Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of gender bends of Danny too.
But
I'm excited for those. Honestly, can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Glad to see he's getting a lot more love though.
Oh, absolutely. I need it. I need more of that in my life. Because, like, the old cartoons, man, just something about them. And it's not even nostalgia because I've gone back and watched like Young Justice. I've gone back and watched Danny Phantom. I've gone back and watched Avatar. Like, maybe this is gonna be the next question. How do you feel about new TV versus old TV? Because you've talked a lot about things like Adventure Time, regular show, all the cartoons and TV that used to come on that people our age have definitely watched in their entirety, right? Versus a lot of new shows and the plot points that they have. How do you feel? What's your take on those?
No, for like new TV, like how are we talking? We talking about like
Let's
we
say
talking about
2015 up. So the past
2015
10
up.
years.
That's like Craig of the Creek,
Right.
Clarence type
Yep.
joint.
Yep.
Like me, me personally, when it comes down to that type of stuff, I don't really. I appreciate Craig of the Creek for being like essentially nostalgia bait in a certain way because you like watch it and you relate to a lot of the things within it and you're just like, oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I used to have a PlayStation. I used to play these certain things. To play a little stick,
Right.
Stick ball and everything. And then when his dad pulled out the fight stick, I was like, oh, okay,
Yo,
like,
his dad was it playing with him? He said,
you
"Oh,
no,
let me show you what it is."
I said, oh no! I said, what do they know about a fight stick? It was giving me Get Some Game flashbacks back when I was in high school, and I enjoyed Craig of the Creek for that and whatnot. But with new age television, I feel like they've gotten mad lazy, especially when it comes down to just certain things past that 2015 era. That's why they don't last that long and whatnot. When it comes down to like we had shows like Adventure Time, regular show, they were breaking new grounds because of the fact that they were doing something original and they were doing something where they were testing the waters to see how far they could go with a simple concept. Like, what would happen if we just took a show and just said it's a regular show, but it's anything but? We don't give a damn about this theme. It's just do 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 do. That's it. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. Do 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 do. It's a regular show. Boom. Go into the show, and you're just with a blue jay and a raccoon talking about like setting up the chairs, and then somehow that turns into like them fighting a destroyer of all worlds. Like they're playing rock paper scissors, and somehow rock paper scissors is an evil game, and they're doing this over a love seat. That type of stuff keeps people's attention, and you can keep making up crazy zany shit because of the fact that nothing matters in the show. And then when you have these concepts of things that are just zany and episodic and whatnot, but then can transform into something more and then give deeper meaning to certain things because now we're now connected to these characters. We care about them because of the little zany things that they've gone into. Now we're branching into that seriousness. That's what the magic of Adventure Time was, because we was going from
mathematical,
that's stuff.
To this nigga having depression and abandonment issues.
I'm gonna lock that one in the vault.
That type of stuff. But then you had those shows that build up onto that stuff. But then you had Gumball who hits you with the gut punch immediately and was just like, hey, we're gonna subvert like actual real life into satire that anybody can understand. Like, you have like Gumball in episodes where they don't know nothing about a job, so the first thing that they do is work at the bank, and they're like, oh no, he's not robbing us, we're robbing him. Like, no.
But my grandfather gave me this watch in the bag.
Like, put your money and your mortgage in the bag.
Give me the pants too.
Yeah, we'll be coming after them too, and your self-respect. I'm gonna take that. I'm like, nah, like that's some good shit. That's cartoons. That was quality shit. And then like I never heard of what's it called? Like one of the most poignant episodes of Gumball that still stands out to this day is the when he was like trying to beat the cactus girl, I believe this was called, with like with
the polite talk shit. Yeah. Social warriors.
Polite. He's like, I've never heard of what a social warrior was. It was like, he was like, did you assume that a woman couldn't be a doctor? I was like, that's a different type of comedy, man. Like, we don't get that type of shit no more. And then when you had newer type shows like Inside Job and Infinity Train, they were
Inside Job, bro.
Yeah, the Inside Job
was
a subversion to everything that we knew, and they was talking about some shit. But the thing is that when you get a show like that, they're too loud. They're way too loud.
I know they got shut down because it was too right.
They're
That was
too
too light.
loud because they're branching into too much stuff that makes too much sense. And when you have something like that, you got to get rid of it. There's no way you're getting a second season. We gotta pump out more stupid shit like Velma. We gotta
I hated that
legit
show.
we gotta have 3 more seasons of fluff and nonsense and whatnot. And we're gonna cancel all of these other amazing shows that might be talking a little bit too much about these social issues. They gotta go. Like, that's too much. And if we're gonna do it and whatnot, we're gonna bring these shows back, because when they brought back Young Justice, they brought it back, but then it came into a factor of that, like, if they brought it back, it can't be too much on the superhero aspect, but we have to send a message if we want to stay on the air. And that's why I feel like Young Justice in and of itself kind of felt weaker on the back end, because there's a way for you to bring in these stories and bring in concepts and everything like that, but it just there's ways where you don't have to be so heavy-handed with it. You know what I'm saying?
Before. It didn't have to be like the way they handled Young Justice as a whole accomplished that. If they'd have just stayed in that rhythm, they would have been fine.
Man, talking about her mind touch and how she tried to rip the memories out. He's like, yo, think I know your touch. That's a deep meaning that people just miss, bro.
Yeah,
that's my favorite scene.
Like, you violated me. You think I wouldn't know? Like, oh my god.
And then they had a chance to rebound off of that with her going to Mars, with Gar and him too. And then we're talking about going to Mars, and we're talking about the racism among classes among the Greens and Ma'ala Fa'ak and all of these other characters who are subversions of saying, okay, yeah, this is the hierarchy in the class between the Greens and the whites and whatnot. And then you have this to where, like, you'll have the episode where they're building layers and it flows naturally, but then we're giving a story where it's like, I believe Rocket, she has an autistic son and whatnot. Now we're talking about autism and everything like that, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's a little tidbit that she has a son that's autistic. Okay, that makes sense. But then out of nowhere, you have another story which with her tied into it, where she has to now deal with Orion, and Orion is misunderstood because he's Darkseid's son and he has evil within him, but he's not a bad guy. He has flip outs and he can't control it because he's in small spaces and these things bother him and whatnot. And that's overlapping with Rocket because she has an autistic son, and so she gets what it means to be different when it comes down to that type of stuff. But they don't put it into a way to where we could just slowly be spoon-fed that type of information. They have to hit you over the head with it by basically having her ex call her, mind you, from fucking space. Like, how
the minutes on that call, nigga.
Mind you, he's calling her on his basic cell phone, and she's in space to remind her that their son has an appointment to go to the special needs classes that he needs.
Which
for
is crazy
being autistic.
because
yo, you know what I do for work, big dog.
That's what I'm saying. He know what she's doing too, but we just need that little reminder that she has an autistic son. Did you guys forget? Yeah. Y'all are forgetting this type of thing. And then you go into that, and then you also have, I enjoyed the facet of, like, when Gar was dealing with PTSD and depression.
That man had bad PTSD. They did that one really good though. Like, his blow up, him having to go to therapy, them breaking it down. Like, she's like, you don't have to be okay. Like, we have a hard ass job. Like, it's okay to not be okay.
But that reality of him trying so hard to, like, push it off and tell people, leave me alone, I'm fine. Like, I don't need that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, no, that hit home because it's like the way they delivered it. My only thing is that when I had watched it initially and whatnot, I was about to be on the same token as a lot of people where they were saying that he was going a little bit too far when it came down to certain shit, because after that conversation with Robot Man, and that man said, you came back from the dead to deliver that weak ass speech. I was like, boy,
I was like,
ooh. Imagine I watched all my friends die the same way you did. I'm talking with you about this shit, and you said I came back from the dead to give you that. Nah, bro.
I'd whoop your ass.
Squaring up. We were squaring up that day. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I was like, in the moment, I was like, who does he think he's talking to? But when I watched it, I was like, damn, that's so real, because I've responded like that to somebody. cared for me, or I gotten that response from people. I was like, damn, y'all
And
really
that's
meant
real.
this.
And
Y'all meant this.
that is real. But in that moment, I'm gonna need that. Like, no, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
In that
Come on,
moment,
bro. Hey, yo, what you trying to get into?
that's what I'm saying, bro. In that moment, I would have needed that because like I'm coming to you, and then Robot Man was at the bottom of the ocean for a while,
Right.
with that shit too. So he has a lot more trauma in a certain sense. We can't really compare trauma, but he has a much more darker sense of what it means to want to die and be alone, especially when he can't even feel like people or sensations or anything like that. He's a brain in a robot's body. He would understand what it's like to be in a way worse situation than right now if you just feeling bad because people are gone. This man doesn't even have a body left and you hit him with this shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, we would have been scrapping. But I get it. You know, but it's that type of storytelling with new age cartoons. They have certain gems that can work, and they're still coming together and saying we can make something out of it. Like Rick and Morty's still going strong, and whoever wrote this new season of Rick and Morty for season 8, they're on it, bro. They brought back
absolutely, they're coming back.
magic.
They're coming back.
They brought back the magic from season 1. They get it. Whoever is writing this, they're getting what it means to have episodic adventures, and it's not too heavy. It's not too crazed off to the side, because we've gotten past Prime Rick, and we've gotten past all the seriousness of like certain things of him discovering his past.
I just want to get back to classic adventures.
Yeah, and that's what we're basically doing in this one, and I'm glad they're divulging to that. But it just depends on certain cartoons. I don't feel like we'll ever get back to that era,
the golden age of cartoons, as they call it. That's Cartoon Network's golden age.
Yeah, Cartoon Network was caring.
What I've noticed, and what I've like this journey I've been on as far as cartoons go, is just watching people put stuff on YouTube. It hurts because you only get like a little bit, and you gotta wait like years until they can put something else out again. But it's always so good. Like, I mean, now she's blowing up, but like Vizzy Pop and everything
Hell
that
of
she
a Boss,
did,
and
like Hell of a Boss. Yeah. Like,
that's another show that got deep over time.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, it's just watching that kind of stuff. It's like, I still have hope, and maybe if y'all believe in her, y'all can believe this guy who's doing the same thing.
You know,
but
we're getting a lot of those recently. A new pilot from the same people who made Murder Drones came out, and it's called the Gaslight District. And I did a review on that. That was actually really good. And that's another reason I want to get into voice acting too, because I would love to be in with Vivzy and be a hell of a boss character or something like that, or somewhere down the line. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet her at a con so bad, because I talk about Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel a lot and whatnot when it comes down to these certain characters, and when I love the story.
I love Hell of a Boss. I'm not a fan of Has Been Hotel, personally. Too much singing.
Really?
They're singing a little bit too much for me. It's getting more into the song and dance, and I'm like, nah. I don't like musicals.
Yeah, see, there's your thing. Yeah, no.
But Hell of a Boss didn't start that way. The music is starting to come in now more.
Yeah.
I think because she's got, more budget. She can do more freedom. She can do what she wants. But at the same time, I just skip past the songs. I like hear the important parts, and I'm just like, I don't really care for this.
No. See,
I'm here for the debauchery and the fun.
See, I'm here for the music too, because like whenever Viv comes out with like an actual like for real song and whatnot, they're going ham with it. Like Hell is Forever. When that first pilot was the first episode that came out, I was like, boy, we was jamming when that first thing came out.
And then how it plays back when they're in the court.
Yeah.
They sing it to the same. It's the same melody, except for they talk about how hell is
forever. No. That shit. Yeah, no, they get it. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I love that shit. No. Then House of Osmodius is one of the better songs from Hell of a Boss. I was very surprised. They actually got the guy who actually does Genie on Broadway.
On Broadway, yes, and he is so good. I've seen his Broadway show.
Trauma Talk reminded me of, I think the problem is a lot of like adult creators or people who created those shows are moving on to adult cartoons like Invincible, right? Because in Invincible, they wrote Debbie so much better than Robert Kirkman wrote her originally.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to fix things like with The Walking Dead and everything. He said, I want to fix some of the things that were an issue when these things first came up. Let me text him. We are waiting for you.
Debbie is an amazing character. I love everything about her. She just feels so real.
And I say that because, like, before she didn't have that much of a big role, but they made her really play a role in Oliver, right? Because, like, Oliver is her superpowered son. There's her second time doing this, but he does not have a dad. And because of that, he acts out a little bit more. And, like, Mark, now that he's angrier, acts out a bit more. And, like, you remember when she had that argument with Mark, he was like, what are you going to do to stop me? She's like, oh, you think because you can, like, you're physically stronger than me, that makes you tough? And he had to, like, pipe down for a second, like, damn, you're right.
I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
And I like that aspect of Debbie's character because she's doing this on her own. Then she has to find out that, like, the man that she's always loved and adored and everything like that is now someone completely that she never even knew from the jump.
Right.
And this is going into, like, understanding what it is now to not only be a single mother, but you're being a single mother raising a son of the woman that he has now replaced you with and whatnot. And then not only that, it's an elevated sense of responsibility because he ages so fast.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now they don't know exactly how to go about this and how to really raise Oliver in the right way because he's aging so quickly to the point to where, like, is she doing the right thing by preventing him from going out there with Mark? Is she preventing him from getting to be the same way like how his father is? Or is she preventing him from being actually a part of his destiny or what he's supposed to be doing to be a hero?
Right.
Because she doesn't want him to turn out like Nolan. And so this is like a lot of these things play into Debbie's character, and then she's trying to move on. She's trying to get a grip on, like, just reality and the reality of just coming into, my husband is now a mass murderer and a conqueror, and he thinks I'm a pet and all this other type of stuff. That's a lot.
Nigga
Like,
call her a pet on live television is nuts.
It's even more crazy. And then a lot of people, mind you, didn't even know that Nolan was Omni-Man and whatnot because of Superman effect and whatnot. And so when people find out about this type of thing, like old buddy did, he was like, "Nah, so your husband killed my wife," and next one,
right?
You know, like, we was cool, but I ain't cool with you no more. You know, that type of thing.
Right.
That episode with Aaron Paul too. That's I had to talk with my friends about that. I'm like, why is he so mad? And they was like, you got to think about it. The public doesn't know about, like, all the stuff with Invincible, that he really out here trying to save your ass from this bigger threat. Like, all they know is that they saw this man getting his ass whooped, a bunch of people died, and he hasn't been put on court or trial for none of this.
No. And then this is another reason why I love the Invincible show so much, is that they also cover that with Powerplex and whatnot. But they look at, like, a tons of different, like, scenarios of the fact that, like, Powerplex feels that Invincible should be brought on trial. He should be going to this, and he's asking the question of, why is this guy not being held responsible? So we're going into the superhero trope of, like, why are superheroes not held accountable for their actions? But the difference is with Mark's situation, as it is with a lot of superheroes in their situation, is that everybody knows the facts of what's going on, and they've seen Mark actively fighting against his father, actively being used, and he's turned into a victim and whatnot. And when he is in the public eye fighting against him, there's indisputable evidence that he was on our side. But with someone like Powerplex, who has grief and trauma, and he's just like, oh, I'm right about this certain situation, he has to be the villain here. Someone has to be to blame for it. That turns it on its head, and it says, okay, no, he's not in the wrong here, but we feel like Mark should be somewhat responsible. I was of the latter of saying that, like, I could understand Powerplex's proclivity against Mark and whatnot if it wasn't for the fact that they wrote him in the DEA. Like, he's like,
Because he
the
should know
only
something
idiot.
more than the average person
Right,
at that point.
No.
exactly. Like you have access to the
He
answers.
No,
literally
remember,
watched
he's
the
sitting,
footage.
he's watching the footage over and
Yeah.
over and over and every day. He's seeing literally Nolan use his own son to murder thousands of people as he's the victim of getting attacked. He knows this for a fact, but yet chooses to be like, no, fuck that shit, I'm right. Like, that's literally just his whole thing. Now, and I love how they try to tie it back to Oliver, where they're like, okay, yes, you may know him, may know Omni-Man as your loving father, and you may have only have good memories of him, but it doesn't defeat the fact that people are also right to say that he did bad things, and they can feel certain ways about him, different things of that nature. But there's a nuance between the two because Mark has seen both sides, and he still can't bring himself to hate his father at the end of the day. And that's what's powerful about that. And that's what leads Nolan to change over time and be better.
Right.
But it's the fact that you have people like Powerplex who's just like, man, I don't want to see right, wrong, fuck that shit, I'm right. Like, I want Invincible. Like, he's responsible for this shit.
He keep getting away with this.
Yeah.
What
even
is
after
keep getting
even
away
after
with
the
it?
Invincible War, like, everybody saw Mark kill tons of
Other
people,
Marks.
but they know it's not Mark, so they're not judging him for it.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
And what's so beautiful about Invincible is right after, like, we kind of get to a resolution of it all, the same, like, something similar happens again where Mark is being used, like his body is just being used to destroy cities when Conquest comes, and like literally you see him, he fell into the building, and then you just watching people fall around him splatting against the ground, and I was like, wow, like we just like got somewhere past it.
Nah, fuck all that. Conquest took his face and gave him a repeat of that father treatment on a beach. Is that just a Vulturemite thing? Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna put you through other people, cause like,
so when it comes to villains, right? I think Heath Ledger playing Joker was peak, perfect, and Bane in that, I forget his name, Tom Hardy playing Bane, lovely,
absolutely
but
perfect.
Conquest telling him his deepest, darkest secret, because like, I mean, I can't tell it to anyone alive, so I'm gonna tell you.
And now I'm gonna kill you. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, my fucking god, since Supernatural, my nigga, since Supernatural.
He had so much pushback on this man being Conquest when that first clip came out, and I was like, you guys understand that that's motherfucking Negan.
Yeah.
Y'all are
he did Negan perfect casting. Yeah, like, I couldn't. I hated him for a minute because of that, but I loved the fact that he did Negan so good. He made Negan so enjoyable. He brought him to life. Like the Negan lean, man. The Negan lean goes crazy. Man.
Holy
smokes!
Making it like a like, boy, man, no. When Negan came out in Tekken, that was my main. I don't care. Like that was all I played was Negan. I love that dude. Yeah, man. You know how legendary you gotta be to have a Walking Dead character come out in Tekken? What a bat!
That reminds me of a news point for later. But when crazy. The funny thing about it is, once again, Robert Kirkman correcting his mistakes, learning from his past writing, right? That was that speech was not in there. The blow kiss bubble not in there. All that stuff was to show you, one, how fucking crazy Conquest is, and two, the problem with they've been writing this slowly into the story, that the problem with Viltrumites isn't that they're overly powerful, isn't that they're lacking resources, is that they lack love. That's the overarching point of Viltrumites. Power means nothing without love. And as soon as every Viltrumite finds love, they have a change of heart almost immediately. And it's crazy.
That's why their numbers are
that type of thing is considered weakness in their society, and they've always been purging it out. And that's why you have like these certain like these interactions. And I love that they wanted to expand on that with Conquest because of the fact that that speech, and it was delivered so well by Jeffrey Dean, that he's very lonely. He's like, man, I've been doing this for the longest time possible. They give me a name based off of the atrocities that I've committed, and I could be so much more than this. but it is just a simple fact of the matter is that why would I tell anybody else this shit or even try? Who the hell would even care at the end of the day? And I was like, that's some heavy ass.
Yo said I don't even cry because who would care?
He's like, bro, and he's like, and it's like they're trying to humanize him, but at the same time, just saying, okay, yeah, he still can be humanized, but he's still a villain.
He's too far gone. He's too far gone, is what they're trying to show you.
Yeah,
they're flying that in it.
Yeah,
that back end of saying, yeah, I'm telling you this because I'm still gonna murder you. Like, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. You're gonna die.
It's like I wish someone saved me earlier. You know, like
I wish I could be better. I could be better. But the thing is
that we're here now. Fuck it.
We're basically we're in it. We're in it. It's the fact that he's fully aware. He could do better. He could be better, and at the same time, it's more along the lines of that indoctrination, and at the same time of just knowing that he could do more and he could be more, but he's just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna kill you. And that's just, and sometimes you need that type of shit. I miss the days where villains were just villains. Like, just for the simple fact of the matter is that they don't need no real rhyme, no reason.
I was about to say, every villain has to have a reason in like a cause that makes sense, but they do it wrong these days. Like these two over here, one of their favorite villains is Joker, and Joker is a villain not for any particular reason, but to fuck with one person.
Yeah,
fuck it up.
Yeah,
I want chaos for the sake of chaos.
Basically, and it's great. That's why a lot of people like Joker in the aspect. I feel like for me, with Joker goes into that aspect of saying he's nothing without Batman up to this point, because there's been plenty of issues and stories where if Batman is not in the picture, Joker's not a bad guy. He gets a regular 9 to 5. He goes home, he works, he has a family. They've depicted this in multiple occasions. I think they have 2 stories where Joker just decides to go work for the DMV when Batman dies, or he's not around, and it's just like that's how he gets his kicks off of making people miserable and whatnot. But this agent of chaos is literally like, man, I'm bored. I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, if I ain't got nobody to fight, ain't nobody fun like Batman. I could fight Nightwing, I could fight Jason Todd, but them niggas ain't Batman.
Even when he fucked with Superman, he was like, "This is not fun.
This is easy. You make this too easy." And then we got Injustice.
When it came down, there's like multiple instances with Superman. You have the Injustice universe where he was doing that shit with Superman. Superman went off the deep end. Then we got our Superman. Our Superman, he went to Metropolis, I think once, wired a whole bunch of buildings with bombs and shit. And Soup was like, "Hey, you see all these bombs? Yeah, I already got them all." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got them all because I can see through all the buildings and just grab them in like 0.2 seconds, And he's like, "But I could blow them up." And he's like, "You could do that, but like that'll just kill you and blow up the building." And then it's like, I could it could do some damage and everything like that, but I just save everybody before you hit the ground. And he was like, but you won't do that because I'm like, because you won't let me die, right? He was like, "Who said that?" Like, Superman don't
Who said that?
Like, Superman don't care. He said, "Who said that?" He was like, he's like, "Oh, but Batman wouldn't let me die. Do I look like Batman?"
Am I Batman?
I ain't got no killing rules.
I'm not even from here. You don't even know where I'm from. Big Krypton out here, bro.
Boy, no. He said, "Look, I will." He was like, "I will melt you down with heat vision. I have no problem killing you. I don't have any proclivities against it." That's why he threw his ass back to Gotham, then went to Batman and said, "Keep this motherfucker out of my city." And you knew he was here. You knew he was here, and you try to play a game with me. Like, I will kill this man.
I'm not gonna lie. This podcast is full of Superman haters.
Oh man,
fuck that Golden Boy.
Yeah, boy, everybody don't like Superman. I see. I enjoy Superman, so I fight y'all every day.
It's more so the. Go ahead, you can take it.
I was gonna say it's because he's unattainable. He's so unrelatable, unrealistic that he doesn't feel relatable like a lot of other super tend to be. And when and they don't write his flaws well. So when he does have a flaw, it is so extreme that it's just like, nah, come on, chill out, relax, take a deep breath.
and you know why? And you know why that is? It's because of the simple fact that he's not meant to be relatable. Right. The thing is that, like, with Superman, he is a god amongst men and whatnot. He is someone who was supposed to be that apex of never being able to be touched. The man of steel, someone who can never bend or break no matter what is in front of him. He's hope incarnate. Like the literal universe is made up of this man's spirit and whatnot. Superman is not supposed to lose. He's not supposed to have limits. This is the guy that you look forward to. He's the man in the sky that's supposed to make everything all right. He's what people deem All Might to be whenever he says, "I am here." That's when Superman and All Might are compared together. You feel safe when All Might drops down with a smile and lets everybody knows I'm here. You feel that because you know All Might's struggle. You know his story and what he attains to for being the symbol of peace. So if you were in that same aspect and you hear him hit that line and that iconic stance and he puts his fist in the air, you feel safe when he's here. It's the same thing when Superman touches down.
The difference is though, the difference for Superman is Superman came to us that way. Whereas
All Might
became that.
Yeah.
All Might, yes.
Yeah, so that's where. So it's like I don't want to say it's not earned because that's just the way he is.
No, 100%. It's also understood that All Might was that in the beginning, right? Because like in the data books and stuff, it talks about like how fast All Might fucking saved a ton of people in like his golden age, and like it's ridiculously fast, like scary fast. But like we see him weak, we see him feeble, we get to see him powerful and feeble, so we get to see those flaws. Like you said, Superman's supposed to be infallible, and I think that's what we don't like about him is the fact that he's someone without flaws, and everybody has flaws. Hell, technically he has flaws because if he kills his own wife and child, injustice. But like that's an extreme. That's a very big extreme for a flaw. Like that's a valid crash out.
Our Superman, but you understand, like with all the evil Supermen and the Eradicators, the Red Sun Supermans, the other versions that we've seen, they don't equate to the same measure of ours. Have you ever noticed that ours is unbreakable? He's never had an instance where he would possibly even consider being evil because of the fact that he's seen every version that could possibly be that type of person that he doesn't want to be. Now with Superman, there's plenty of stories that a lot of people have seen the heart behind him and may not have grasped it at that point because of the fact that you're seeing it behind a massive feat of craziness. When Superman has these parts in his story, especially with his comics, where he does some crazy ass shit, like people will see that because that's all that people are talking about. Superman just got a new form. He's new golden form Superman.
Prime.
He can now do anything. He can do anything now. If Superman just punched through the 4th dimension and then into the 6th dimension and then knocked out an omniversal being. You see the grandiose feats behind that, but you don't see like the panels before it where he's literally dying in a dimension made to kill him.
With no suns. I remember that.
With no sun. He's being drained of all his energy. He's surrounded by piles of Supermen that have been dead, that have been killed over like a millennia and whatnot. He's not supposed to get off this planet. But then he remembers what his dad tells him and whatnot. And when it comes down to it, it's like even at your lowest moments, you have to find the strength to carry on. That's the glory of not being a god, but that's the glory of what it means to be a man. That's what it means to be human.
I got one rebuttal on that.
You know?
And that's wait, here's my one rebuttal on that. He's nothing without his fucking best friend, because Batman lined all them sons up for him to get back and whoop ass.
Look, look, hold up, no, look, I fight this every day. I fight that argument too. Y'all Batman fans will pull that argument out your ass.
Absolutely, goddamn.
Let me tell you something, and this is why this matters too. In that point, because of the fact that if it wasn't for what his dad said, he would not have got his ass up and bursted off that planet to shoot there. Batman says verbatim after the World Forger is betrayed and he's knocked out by Superman, and he gets up and he's like, "But how? I searched your mind." He's talking to Batman at this point. He's like, "I searched your mind. I searched your feelings. You believed I was right, that it would be better if he died. You could not lie to me on that." And he was like, "You're right. That's absolutely true. I did believe that if Clark died, we would actually be able to win this. But at the same time, there was a chance that he could do it. I still moved those sons, knowing that even if I moved those sons, he'd still die. But at the same time, there's a 1% chance, even if it was impossible, Clark could make it there. The Suns would be there if he needed them, and Clark still made it.
Absolutely. I'm not doubting the man's grit.
100% knowing that nigga was gonna die.
I'm not doubting the man's grit. He need his best friend though, because guess what? If he had that grit and them Suns wasn't there, he'd be another body.
But remember, he moved the Suns to kill him. But he moved the Suns to kill them, but they're still lined up in a way to where if he did make it, he could get there. That's if this is completely on whether or not if Clark could make it off of his own spirit. So you gotta give Superman that credit.
Oh, I give him some credit. I give him grit. I will give him grit every time. Superman's got it. Cause then I have hold up 1 second. I can show you what I got.
What's
up? We got
from a family
Revit. We got Reverend Classic D, Classicman D of the Church of Superman here today.
I know about Superman, man. I just prefer like the characters that are more relatable is all. So I'm always gonna argue against it, but yeah.
And that's totally fine. It's just there are plenty of just Superman media and whatnot that's out, especially because I'm gonna love this movie that's coming out on Saturday.
I gotta go see it. I still gotta go see it.
It's got so much heart just from the trailers alone. If you want a Superman story with some heart, this is the one that's gonna give it to you and whatnot. Because David Cornsweet is gonna deliver. He's been showcasing a lot in these last few trailers. I definitely want to see it. Yeah. But if you wanna look at that, definitely go for that. But
I think they're really going to capture the true Superman character. Like Superman cracks jokes. He's unserious sometimes, you know.
You want that human Superman? This is the movie that's going to give it to you.
Yeah,
I'm hopeful. I'm going to see it tomorrow for my movie review, and I'm hopeful. I'm just like them. I'm not a Superman fan. My favorite movie is Doomsday because he gets his ass murdered, and it makes me relate. It's like, damn.
So it's not about the epic fight between him and an unstoppable monster, but just the fact that he's finally getting his ass beat. I swear to God,
I got my ass beat in high school too. Like,
you're now relatable. I love the fact that
bro.
I do love the fact that for Superman they said, "Damn, we have to make something that's equally as unkillable for this unkillable ass nigga." Doomsday. Shit is wicked.
We do that every 2 years. A new threat comes out for Superman to have to fight. He gets his ass beat. Then through no fault of his own or whatever, he manages to pull out of it, either through some upgrade or just putting in.
And I will give him those feats over everything Goku does every single
every time.
Superman over every time. Sorry, people.
At least y'all are willing to give that because people will straight pull shit out they ass for that character, and it kills me. I'd be like, boy.
I was gonna say the best way to describe it is Goku breaks limits. Superman has no limit. That's what it is.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's why they keep putting them against each other because people think it's fun. But I'm like, until I see like Goku breaking through 6 dimensions and then one-shotting an omniversal being, I'm not believing that shit. Like we have comics where like. I think it was like the Zone Child. I would get her what her name was, but she had said she was channeling all of history, colors, magic, superpowers, and technology all into one attack, and she fired it at Superman, and he just stopped it with heat vision. Like I was like, y'all will read up there. It was just heat vision. He wasn't amped. He wasn't powered up. He wasn't anything like that. He looked at it, and this is an attack powered through everything in history at once. Fired at Superman, and he blocked it with heat vision and was overpowering it. I was like, y'all see this shit and still think that this man's about to lose to Goku. Cool.
Hell no. I Thomas was confident Goku just because he's written fundamentally to out-kill you.
Boy, don't have that conversation with nobody too, because I made that video and said that shit, and I just turned. Well, I never turn off my comments, but I looked away from it. I was like, I'm not even about to even be reading this. Y'all can go ahead and just murk each other in the comment section if y'all want to. Keep boosting that video though. Appreciate you.
Facts.
Because I ain't reading these arguments.
love
I
the
said,
conversation, but that does lead me into the
I,
question I wanted to ask.
Perfect.
I
Because
need, yeah.
when it comes to a lot of your hot topics,
hmm
when it comes to those people that start arguing with you about things, like is that how you handle it most of the time? You just kind of just let them figure it out on their own, or do they like consistently come after you, like direct messaging or something like that?
Oh no! Like, see, are you talking about like, dude, like with the people who disagree
Yeah,
with
like if you did a death battle topic and they was like, no, such and such should have won, da, 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 and like they just try to get after.
Oh no! I let them scream into the ether.
I rage bait
I
people
let
now.
you, right?
I just be
Like,
like,
boy,
nah, this would totally happen, little bro. And little bro,
like,
you'll set someone off.
I let you, I let you just rage into the ether, boy, because I want that. Like when it comes down to this type of stuff, I give my wholehearted, honest take. I give as much information as I possibly can, and into digestible bites that you can watch in 1 minute and whatnot. I give everything possible and to make it make sense. I will
Yeah.
show you panels on page. I will circle it. I will read it out loud to you. It doesn't matter. My argument will be sound and it will be solid within that 1 minute every single time. And for me, when it comes down to just how people may take it or how they might look at it or whatever, I would talk about these certain fights or something like that before with my friends and whatnot. And a lot of them are well versed in these type of things as well. And I'll ask them, because we don't always agree, but like I'll ask them, I'm like, does this sound to you? Like, this a plausible argument? What do you guys think of this person versus this person? Oh, well, let's look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Do you remember this? Yeah. There may be something I might miss and whatnot.
Yeah.
Not too often, because I do my due diligence, especially when people are paying me to do so.
Yeah.
So I typically try to be as accurate as I possibly can. Now, if somebody may just disagree with this type of thing and they don't really have like a probable cause behind it on why they disagree or whatever, then it is what it is. I chalk it up and just say, hey, they got it. Y'all can just argue each other in the comment section. DMs and everything like that. My DMs are private, so like I don't get any like DMs from random people like that. They just all go to my request thing. They go to my request. I don't see them. They're out of sight, out of mind, and whatnot. Because that's just how I protect my peace, especially in like this wild power scaling community. I believe like I recently had one that I did that it's just like you just know whenever I get tagged in the post or something like that, I always look over it. I always think, okay, yeah, whether or not I can answer this or not, and whether or not this is worth even talking about. And so I got a recent one on Twitter, and it was basically like who would win in a fight, and it was like Sukuna versus like the Upper Moons, and
Oh
whatnot.
yeah,
Sukuna.
that was a
And
wild.
I was seeing so many. It's like, and if it has like millions of like views on it or something like that, I'm like, okay, this is a hot topic. Of course, everybody wants to talk about it now. People want my take on it, and I'm like, okay, cool. So how am I gonna look at this? I'm like, they'll say, okay, a lot of people's first instinct is gonna be Sukuna. I look at the comments, Sukuna. I'm like, off of what? And so I'm like, I look at both characters. I'm like, okay, Sukuna's top abilities. We have his slash, his domain expansion, the fire arrow, and whatnot. If we're talking about him by himself and his hand and arrow abilities, he has chanting, he has different things of that nature, he has hollow wicker basket. Cool. What can he do to kill a demon?
And I think that equates to the fact that a lot of people are waiting for the anime to come out for Demon Slayer because they don't know what Upper Moons can
what
do.
the Upper Moon can do, and then they're not well versed in it, so they're just saying one side that they know that has been animated, and they've seen this. Oh, he's fought Maharaga, he's fought this person, he's one shot that guy. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. But what made Maharaga a problem in the first place is his regeneration and his adaptability. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, and his adaptability is one of the main facets of what makes him a problem in the JJK universe in and of itself, because he can just keep coming back from normal slashes. And I'm like, what is the fundamental thing that we all know about demons? They can't be killed unless you have a Nichiren blade. And so, and we've seen people survive Sukuna slashes multiple times, like in a full brunt assault from it. And these guys would be normal people just hardening their skin or just densening their defense with curse energy. Some people just tank it, like Maki. And then my argument in and of itself was that I'm like, you have one of your top tiers in the verse who's a physical advocate, which is Toji. And then the only other person who Sukuna took real serious in that fight was Maki. And he's like, my jujutsu versus her physical strength. This is a real fight. And he's literally trying against
It's
her.
a battle of ideals. You feel me?
Yeah. and it's some real shit. And so you're talking about, okay, so the one that he's so excited to fight is a physical threat. What are the demons? The demons are nonstop physical threats. Literally, one gets stronger just because of the fact that you're hyped to fight him. Like
with that mentality, I was so confused. I was
Yeah,
so
that's what
glad
I'm
he
saying.
told himself, "Hey, man, go ahead and just rest up. You lost."
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and then he's also able to basically the upper moons again. There's no way for him to kill them. Like even if he diced them up to bits, they're just gonna come back. Then he has a finite amount of curse energy. Like after a while, it's gonna go out. He can't keep spamming shit. The world slash requires incantations, and then again, it only cuts space. Again, if he cuts through them, they'll just regenerate. They don't feel pain. Like they don't get tired. This is not something that they do.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
have some
blood
arguments
demon
against that
arts
already.
warfare.
I see your
how?
points, but I have some fair arguments against that.
Like, but what? Like, my thing is that like other than sunlight, what can he do to kill him?
That's what I was gonna
The
say. The only
Nichiren
thing he's
player
got to
is the
kill
only
them
one.
in like best he can
Is
do is
sun.
dice them all night. Just
Yeah,
dice and
but-
dice and dice.
And
I'm gonna-
again, but
I'm gonna-
we've already established he has finite cursed energy. He
Yeah.
can't just keep doing that.
Yeah.
I agree.
They're spamming blood demon arts at him.
Agreed.
And the way
So
I
I agree with
interpreted
both
that-
of those, but like the at least the manga was making it seem like damn near infinite. Cause like he was fighting, he fought how many niggas? Like 12 niggas. By the
12.
end of the last couple chapters, back to back, mind you, using
Yes.
domain expansion over and over and over,
Like
cursed
crazy.
energy. But yeah,
But
The
mind
physical
you,
feats.
yeah. But
The-
mind you,
I'm not saying he
yeah,
wins.
the
I'm just
physical
saying
feats.
those are the arguments against
Oh,
it.
I mean, yeah, and the art, like I get the arguments, but I'm like, because he fought all those people, you have to look at like what he was going through during that time. He had to keep making binding vows to sacrifice shit to keep staying into the
He
fight.
made not another goddamn
And
valid
binding
power.
vows.
You know what? I won't use my arms anymore. Fuck it. Like I'm like, yo, what are you gonna do next, bro?
He's doing everything possible. Mind you, all these people are not the top tiers in the verse. Some of these people, like one of my arguments is Miguel. Miguel is nowhere near any of Gojo, Yuta, Toji, or any of these other people. But he's able to dodge not only the world slash, but his regular slashes because of just the fact that he upped his physical attributes just a little bit with his curse technique. So he's able to dance around Sukuna slashes. What do you think the upper moons are going to do? They're much faster than Miguel. He's not going to be able to touch them like that. And then there's the thing of that multiple of them have multiple forms and different things of that nature. Then the
True.
blood demon arts that they can infinitely spam. And then I can make an argument that Huntangu can take him on by himself. To be honest with you, Huntangu's like 6 demons in one, and he's just 4. Like this man by himself can literally just wear down Sukuna majority of the time. Like he has a wind demon art, lightning demon art, like sound wave attacks coming at him, water attacks. Then another one that literally is just like wood style dragons that shoot all of them. Then another one that's protecting the smaller one that he has to find to get to, like out of that whole city and everything like that. And then his strongest ability is Fugo and whatnot that can wipe out multiple city blocks. But again, fire doesn't hurt them. They can just get blown up and come right back. You know what I'm saying?
From the bits.
But from bits, and they can just come back with no problems.
Yeah.
And you have certain people like Koko Shibo who can just move like instantaneously. Like a lot of them have so much speed you can't see them coming. Like they're not even a presence. And
So what you're saying is Tanjiro is just handling Sukuna. That's what I'm
like,
hearing.
I wouldn't. No, Tanjiro could never because we already know that. What is the bare minimum definition of what the upper moons have? It takes 3 Hashira to compare to 1 upper moon, which is why each one of them had to be jumped. There's never a time where they could 1v1 any of those demons and whatnot. And that's just
not gonna lie. My hot take about Demon Slayer is Tanjiro is just the main side character to watch everybody else be great.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah. And they can't.
I can't argue
he's not
that.
wrong.
I really cannot.
After a while, it does feel like that because in the last push of the manga, and especially we're going to be seeing in Infinity Castle, he is not the spotlight here and whatnot at all. At all, everybody has their time to shine.
Zenitsu gets a bigger moment than him, for real.
Yeah, and he actually defeats an upper moon by himself.
Dolo, mind you, Dolo.
Yeah,
Come on
he's
now.
defeating an upper moon.
I remember when, because I hate Demon Slayer. I really do. I don't
Oh Lord.
at all. The only time I liked it was when Tanjiro wasn't like the whole time. The little Miss Hashira was
Mhm.
fighting, and the love Hashira was fighting. I was like, this is a great show. I see why y'all like this.
No
Tanjiro
Lord.
back, and I don't like this.
Yeah,
I think I just don't like Tanjiro. I'm gonna go with
I
that.
see.
Nice
And
facts.
but Tanjiro is your generic protagonist, but
Yeah.
I enjoy a good bit of like his turn up moments and whatnot. So like they're pretty decent to me and whatnot for
Set
me
your
at
heart
least.
ablaze.
And then like he learns things from his friends, like how he learned the swift step from Zenitsu and whatnot to catch up to that man. And you really feel those moments when Tanjiro is about to get that final cut. They've been fighting all night. They got to get this demon down, and
Yes.
it's like it's the same thing with each one of these upper moons. They're so strong, and they're so hard to kill, and they're so hard to track down to finally get that one cut, because and that's another thing. They got so many stipulations on what to just cut their neck. Some people just can't get their head cut off. Like you have to cut this person's head off with his head at the exact same time.
Right.
You know how hard that shit is? like they're in the same and then these two are measurable close to strength and whatnot. And it's hard as hell just to even take down one. And she
Yes.
keep healing, and so does he.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, man.
a lot of crazy feats with Demon Slayer to make all
Demon
that
Slayer
possible.
character,
But
yeah.
I like you said, you got to give it to Tanjiro. He is your typical main character. He reminds me of Bichamichi from Tokyo Revengers in the sense that he inspires. He
You
inspires.
I hate him so much.
You give it, nah. You're giving him to Takamichi level, nah.
No, I'm saying in the sense that he inspires everyone around him to be better just by being present, not
okay.
anything else. Anything else.
I
Bitch, he doesn't
guess.
have any feats.
That's
He
awesome.
L'd one guy out.
boy.
That
Takamichi.
guy.
Takamichi absolutely checked me out from Tokyo Revengers. I've never met a protagonist I could not stand so much past him other than the dude from Rent a Girlfriend.
I just be
But,
telling
hey,
people go watch Windbreakers is better.
honestly, that's what I did. Sakura is a much better character.
he gets active episode 1, bruh.
Yeah, I was tired. I was locked in with Booferin episode 1. Absolutely. Sakura was raw. This is what I wanted from Tokyo Revengers. But Tokyo Revengers lost the plot for me because it's like you went from the Tokyo Manji gang and him trying to save that girl. And now he's trying to save everybody. And then we go from just quote unquote middle schoolers to now we got people picking up church pews with one hand. I'm like, bro, no, y'all got
He was a grown ass man. He was an adult. He was not a middle school.
No,
Why
he's
was
all
adult
them
fighting
grown
children?
As you progress through the story, they're just adults. You're adults fighting high schoolers.
Grown ass man. You look at South ain't no damn middle schooler. I'm like, boy, no.
They've been in jail for 5 years. That makes them 20. That makes them 20.
So I'm gonna end it on this. Do you know how that story ends of Tokyo Revengers?
No, I didn't even know.
It's horrible. It's a terrible ending.
Oh,
you can tell me. Like, I don't care.
Well, I mean, it ends with what happens is him and Mikey end up somehow glitched out, and they get to go back in time all the way back to when they were kids, and they just say, "We're gonna fix everything," and nothing in the story happens. They make it so nothing in the story happens, and he gets to marry the girl in the end. Everyone's alive, happy ending.
At the wedding, everybody's friends.
Yeah,
horrible. It's a horrible ending.
So he just goes back in time and relives his life, but they just don't become gang members.
They still do the gang member stuff.
They still get to become a gang member.
They keep Mikey from turning evil.
Because so Mikey turns evil because his brother can turn back time. That's who gave it to Bichamichi. And because of that, like Mikey was stuck in a
So wait, Mikey's brother is the cop?
No.
Because Mikey's brother beat a dude to death. I know that.
He was the motorcycle bike shop owner that died.
Yeah, who got killed by
right before
banana hair.
Yeah, before that, he gave the gift to Bichamichi when Bichamichi was a kid. So that's how he got the gift. The cop is just like his activator of the gift.
The conduit.
The conduit. Okay.
Eventually, Mikey becomes the conduit, and then they go back to when Mikey.
Then they come back together because Mikey becomes conduit.
Oh, okay, got
so it takes Mikey out of his loop, and they then nothing happens, but everything happens.
Yeah.
So upset.
When they told me that, I said, "Yeah, I will never watch that show again." I finished season
You
1 and
know
said,
what
"This
I'm
is
saying,
ass."
I did that.
I read
His ass when you
every
described it. I was
single
like, boy.
chapter.
So if I could just, so if I could just go back in time at the whole shit and have a hard reset, then what the fuck was the purpose of all this shit?
What is the
Like,
fucking
I mean,
point?
wait, like, right? I done seen all this shit transpire, got all these ass whoopings, just for like the time clock to be pushed up every time I go back,
And he
just
got
for him to all the
nothing
way
but
get right.
ass whooping. He got
Like, boy,
nothing but ass whoopings.
you
Every time
know,
he went back, he made it worse. Every
right?
single time.
You know what took me out with that shit for the most part, because it's like, I mean, well, that too.
They
He's
can't
an
solve kid
adult.
problems.
He's an adult trying to go after his middle school girlfriend and rekindle with her and save her life for whatever.
Nigga.
But beyond that, every time he goes back to the future, he the one killing her. Like it's been like 3 or 4 times they would come back. He's a higher ranking member of the gang or a CEO, and he's a
Took the
dick.
hit out on her.
Yeah, who takes a hit out on her? He's a dick, and he's somehow more of an asshole in the future, and more so every time you come back, he's more of a scumbag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what does that say about you, sir? Every time you go back to the past and fix some shit, you get worse in the future.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Am I
We don't
supposed to root
recommend.
for this guy? Yeah, no, I don't. I think it's bad writing.
Okay, I'm going to run through 2 more questions, and then we're going to jump into the games. I know we've been having a good conversation, and I don't want to cut it off. But I've been part of your journey for the last 2 years, and something that I was really curious about was a burning question. What was that feeling like when you first got your silver play button?
Oh man, the first time I got the silver play button, it came fast because when I first got into content creation, I was still in college. I was still being a mechanical engineer, and I had just switched my major over into IT. And then once I had did that, I was still working at Amazon. I was doing like 10 plus shifts, 10-hour shifts, excuse me, 10-hour shifts at a time, and trying to do this and then multitask with doing TikTok and everything like that. So I told my mom and my girl, I was like, look, I'm at a crossroads right now when it comes down to school and work and everything like that. And I'm just like, I sat in my room because we was going through a lot of stuff. Like, I think during that time we had just figured out how to stop my mom's house from being foreclosed on, because this was like during COVID and whatnot. And they was hoeing her because of the fact that like she was out of work for a long time. So we had to figure out a way. So I was taking TikTok money and different donation money and different things of that nature to like get up the money to get her out of that hole. And we finally did. But it was leaving me in a certain sense of just like, damn, now I'm completely broke and whatnot. And I can't live like this shit no more. I was taking so much heat at Amazon just from just stupid ass PAs just writing me every single day. And I was like, this is hell. I was like, there was just a certain point where I was just literally just sitting in Amazon and I almost dropped to my knees. And I was just like, this shit is absolute hell. Having to do this every day. And then I gotta go home and do tedious coding work looking at my screen. And it was like, I told them both, I was like, look, right now I have a choice. And I've just completed this semester. I need y'all to understand I'm going to be taking a break from school and whatnot. I'm going to take a break from school, and I have enough money saved up from TikTok and Instagram, because this is when Instagram was paying for reels with bonuses, and they was putting out some money. I had at least about $3K to my name and whatnot. And I said, I got y'all for the next couple months and whatnot, but I got to lock in. It's either this YouTube thing or nothing. That's it. I have to lock it on YouTube. And she was like, you think you can do this? I was like, I don't know, but we're gonna make something shake. I had already started putting out videos and whatnot, and I had already started like pushing towards monetization. And during this time, my boy CJ the Champ had just got on YouTube. My boy CJ, shout out to him. He just got on YouTube because he and I had our journey. He had just transferred over. But the thing about like with CJ, his fans is so locked in. They had like 6 different fan pages for him. So anytime he posted, it'll automatically just go up, and those people already have those clips ready and posting it on their fan pages, and his video would go from just 0 views to over like 500,000 in like a day.
Jesus
Like that man
Christ.
was set. So he was like a driving point for me. He was like, "Nigga, you got this, bro. All you gotta do is make it a monetization. You can go full time." I said, "Cool." I was like, "But I don't want to just make it a monetization. I need to get this money. I need to get this for real. I need a plan." And so I locked in, and I told him, I said, "I'm not gonna go to school, and I'm quitting. I'm quitting my job." And he's like, "You for real?" He's like, "Oh, hold up. You need a backup plan." I was like, I have one. This is during the time where I was already getting the Cash App donations. It's not as much as it was now, but it was substantial for what it was for them.
Yeah.
And when I had that, I had the Reels and I had TikTok paying me. 3 different sources of income. So I was like, I knew I'm going to be fine. And so I sat there in my room after I quit, and I took every one of my TikToks and whatnot and took 25 of them, and I posted them hoes every single day. And while making new content, and I would sit at my desk locked in my room for about 12 hours and whatnot. Locked in my room for like 12 hours. I neglected friends, like just certain like things I love to do every day. I got normal shit that I have to do every day. Spent time with my family and my girl, and then went to work. That was all there was content. So after that first month of me doing that, it blew up exponentially because of the fact that I was taking over the For You. And then I went from like 3 to 5K, then to 25, then to 75. Then by the end of like the first month, I'd already crossed over 150,000 by that point. And so when I got the plaque and it was just in my hand, and it happened so fast. This is right before like my first time ever going to MomoCon. And when I came right before my trip to Momo. And when I was outside in my yard, and I just sat down and I cried because I was like, bro, this is it. Like this first plate mattered way more to me than any degree. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I was like, bro, I literally sat here and put in every bit of effort, blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. And this is the first effort of showing that this is my new life, of how I can make this shit into a dream and make my dreams into reality, work and make it work while also getting paid for it. Because the one thing that like carried over into this shit and how I knew that I needed to do this and I could do it was the last day of work I was working. I was literally doing a request for someone, and I'll never forget this. It was actually a review for I think it was like for Samurai Jack, and we was talking about like what was the most hoed character moment for anybody, and I was talking about how Aku literally could have killed Jack, but the fact of the matter is that everybody forgot that the sword only works on evil shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that. So yeah, of that video. So the sword only works on evil shit. I was doing that research for that because I was trying to make sure I got it right. And so my HR manager comes over, and I had already gotten called into the office like the day before because it was just like, oh, I had showed up to work like 2 minutes late or some shit and whatever. So they was riding me because my tack time was low and whatnot. So she came out of nowhere and she was like, "You've been getting low tack times and everything like that because they want you to work like a machine. You can't stop at Amazon. You have to keep putting stuff into those bins. And if you're not doing it every 3 seconds, the machine will write you up. It's legit slavery. Like they do this shit, and even going to the bathroom, they can write you up for that. Not kidding. Like they like put it on record. They will write your ass up. They'll even fire you. In fact, it's on record that they want you to work so much to where they don't mind if you had like an adult diaper or had to pee at your station in a bottle and whatnot. It's fucked. And so the woman comes up to me and she's like, "This is exactly why you were called into my office." She scared the shit out of me because I've never seen this woman before, like yesterday, but now she's like right there. And she was like, "This is exactly why you were called into my office. You are not going to amount to a lot in this company or further down the line in life." Because she's like, if you keep sitting here watching these cartoons, that's why you're off. And I said, "You know what, bro? That's the day I quit."
She was the teacher that told you weren't going to be shit.
You told me I wasn't gonna. I need one. Where's my teacher at, man?
Dude, that was that moment. And I said, "Yo, fuck this shit." Like, I was literally sick. I was so tired, bro. I was tired. And I told my girl, "I'm done." Like, 'cause we worked together at Amazon. I was like, "I'm done. I'm leaving early." And when I'm out, she was like, "You sure?" "I'm done. I'm done." I worked and I got that plaque, and I wanted to tell that woman to eat a dick because I did it in 2 months. I did it in 2 months, bro. And it was like, yo, I'm just not worrying about it. But yeah, that was indescribable when I first got it. No lie.
No, I can only imagine. One of my best friends, she got hers a couple months back, and when I didn't know prior to looking up, but I didn't know like 1% of all YouTube creators reach 100K. Like 0.6% reach
0.6
a million.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of what, 250 million? No, it was something like a couple.
Nowadays it's 300,000
Yeah.
people. Somehow 300,000 people make it to 100,000 some odd and whatnot, and then less than like 5%, maybe it's even 4 now, make it to a million.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Let's make
so
that 300,001.
You know.
Yeah. So I definitely could. I really was more curious about the silver plaque before you got to the gold one, because I felt like that one probably like was a moment, and
Oh yeah, that was the first one.
I'm glad that one was such a meaningful one, and that it's what launched you to where you are now, because
it hit heavy.
Iconic, man. So iconic that when I told my guys that we had this lined up, they were so excited. They had one burning question, and then I'm gonna ask the last question. And the burning question was, our buddy Rodney Greg thinks isekais are like trash TV. He equates them to Love Island and reality TV shows like that because they're a dime a dozen. So he wanted to know, how do you feel about isekais being basically oversaturated in the anime community?
Now with isekais, I'm in the latter on that one when it comes down to this. I feel there's so many of them that don't really have too much substance. Substance. I don't know. Like let me see. Like, cause when it comes down to, like, for an example, you have what's it called? What's that show that came out not too long ago that I really liked it when it was subverting the genre? It was Shield Hero. Shield Hero was one of those that first came out, and you were like, "Damn, bro! Like, it's another damn isekai. Somebody coming to another world. Rah, whatever. What is this about? Like, it's this guy. He has a shield, and it won't take because of the fact that it won't come off. It won't take, and it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna be strong, and we already know this. He's gonna be broken and whatnot. But what got me really wrapped up into it, because my friend, when he first showed it to me, he was like, "Oh no, you see this character right here? Don't get used to him." I said, "Huh?" He was like, "You watch you see." I was like, "Huh?" It's like, okay. And so we're watching it, and then, like, I don't know where he gets accused of sexual assault and all the rest of the type of shit, and I was like, "Huh?" Like, hey, hold on, wait. Yep. This took a left turn. Hold on, wait. They're accusing him of all this other type of stuff, and like, yo, I was like, okay, you got me locked in. And the guy, he's like, okay, no, they want to make me a dick. I'm gonna be a dick today. Like, okay. So, he's like, I'm gonna take these weak ass orange balls that people say are monsters. I'm gonna wear them and I'm gonna throw them at people because they want to be dickheads. I'm gonna threaten you with. I'm gonna be a dickhead today. You're gonna give me this at a discounted price. I was like, you know what? This is the realest dude ever. I was like, this guy is real. And then he was going around. He was like, oh no, they think I'm a dickhead. No, I'm gonna do hero work for money. No hero work for free. Since I'm such I'm a cursed shield. I'm all this. Yeah. No, I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna get it out the mud because these people are already preventing me from even leveling up. I can't even get past my class. So now I gotta get out the mud like this, and these bastard bitches want to get mad at me for being strong, even though they're limiting me. Then they want to be like, "Oh yeah, my shield it's a cheat shield. It's busted, motherfucker. It don't do attacks. All it can do is defend. He had to add shit to attack."
And then they were like, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna give you no heroes to support in your party. Fine, I'm gonna take all this money I made off of you and go buy some slaves, make them work." They're gonna be my party.
Nah, I mean, there's a lot of isekais that I do like though, like Reincarnated Slime, Konosuba, and what's the other one?
See where that's where you where you lost me. See that's where like when you have that no, Konosuba's fucking fantastic.
Okay.
But slime. Here's where you fucking lost me. Rimuru. I never want to hear the goddamn name Rimuru fucking Tempest another day in my life. I hate that character. Let me tell you why. Since that anime came out, all you have is just the power scaling community jerking their dicks off to that fucking character.
Okay.
Bro, I
Okay,
never
fair.
want to see
That's
that
fair.
character. I never want to see that character's name again. Between him and Anos Voldigo, I never want to see any one of them again.
Fair.
I hate it so fucking much because of the fact that I'm pretty sure it's a great show. I'm fairly certain it has an amazing fandom and whatnot. But it's a simple fact of the matter is that when I had read up on this character, I was like, you know what? Let me try and watch it and whatnot. Let me try and read it. I made it up to probably the end of the first season. I was like, okay, this is decent. Will I lock into this? No, I don't really care for it like that. Because it's just another power creep of fucking isekai, in my opinion. Because it's just like the slime can just for whatever reason absorb every fucking thing and then take its powers. And when I'm like, okay, fair, it's because he's the demon lord and all of this, rah. But it's just like then you go into later on in the story and then going into light novels, and I was done when somebody told me, it was like, oh, read this light novel. I read this shit and it's the equivalent of a data book to me and whatnot. And I was just like, hold up, I'm reading this, and they're like, oh well, he can, what's it called, he has one spell that can delete 10,000 universes and then recreate them all at the same time. Yeah, no, I'm good. Nope.
I'm good.
When you have a character like that, I'm just like, I tossed them off to the wayside. I'll be like, bro, you got shit like that, but there'll be people complaining about Superman. And I'm like, bro, Superman can't do shit like that.
You got a point.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, but y'all will suck these motherfuckers off. This motherfucker, Arnold Golden Gold, can be like, oh yeah, one boat or whatever in his castle or some shit is equivalent to one universe or 1,000 universes or something like that. And he can just take out one boat and it destroys tens of thousands of universes. I'm like, bro,
ridiculous.
It's the first season and he doing shit like this. Like, I'm like, and like I was done. Like when you got a character by episode 3, picking up a whole battle trained castle, then spinning it on his finger like a fucking basketball, and then just throwing it. What is your struggle? Why do you have struggle? Why should I continue to watch this? When the first episode, we see this dude come in and be like, oh, you got an ancient weapon from your family that's been passed down for 17 generations, and it destroyed the evil black dragon that was accosting the world and challenged God. Mind you, I blew it out with just my morning breath. And then out of nowhere, I can just murder you with my heartbeat alone. My heartbeat is enough to kill you. Now I can resurrect you, kill you again with my heartbeat, then resurrect you again, then keep doing that just to prove my point.
Yeah.
And
That's what
then
we talked about last
yeah,
week.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about.
I'm like, bro, what is it? It's episode 1, and it's not even 15 minutes into the episode, and this guy just literally just told me, "Hey, suck my dick. I can do anything.
I can do anything."
Bro, why do I root for this guy? And it's just why do I want to watch this? And it's just because I'm it's just the fest of saying oh, new broken character, who can I put him up against? Because he's about to do absolutely uber stupid broken shit. And it's just and I could say that in a certain aspect because a lot of people will say the same thing. It was well, D, you like Overlord, and I'm like, yeah, I like Overlord.
That's different.
Yeah,
do you like Bofui?
No, I haven't even seen that.
The long title is I didn't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense. It's same thing with that power trip, but it's she's never played an RPG before, and so she's scared to get hurt, so she maxed out her defense, and she keeps getting all these crazy abilities, and she uses them in the most non-conventional way because she's never played an RPG before.
See, that goes into that category of them long ass titles where it's just oh, my mom went and got 2 XP on her double edged hit points or some shit. And I'm when I see titles like that, I'm like, and then we go on, and then it was just because
it's a fun time, is what I would say. It's something you can just have a fun time with.
I'm pretty sure that's why I have Cautious Hero for. And whatnot. If I want something like that, I'll watch something like that. But or Konosuba. And so you have that, and then you go into the factors of watching these certain shows. And is it oversaturated? I definitely believe it is, because I feel like we have too many isekais that basically don't really amount to too much. there's very much a lot of shows that they try to do something different, but they just fall back into that same trap. And Shield
Exactly.
Hero was one of them too, because
Yeah.
after the first season was over with, and this man got cleared, and he did the common superhero shit and whatnot, and just said, "Hey, I don't want her to die because I like her mom and I like her sister." So I'm like,
Yeah. Let me
even though
start my half human harem for the next 3 seasons.
basically, it's like that now. Let's
like
do
my kinda
that, and I'm
show.
just like. And it's like, and it's like, and you have like, what was it? That was another one. It's like, how to not summon a demon lord. Or something like that was that other shit.
That was pure goonery. I
And
couldn't.
then I don't like it either because first of all, most of these isekais have like your main white haired protagonist who is edgy as fuck, but at the same time goofy as shit around his women.
Otaku, like,
But then he's always in love with the one that looks like a 12-year-old, and I don't fuck with it.
I
Like,
hate it so much.
like it's always that. It's like that with How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. It's like that with that other show, Ari Ferretta, and whatnot. And I was clocked out with the Ari Ferretta one.
And Ari Ferretta had such a good concept that they threw away immediately.
Oh no, because it got me into it. Like initially, was just like, okay, yeah, guys gets betrayed, thrown into a hole. He literally has to survive by eating demon meat and whatnot, and he's sustained himself and then drank holy water to survive the shit. And
Vampire Lolly.
You know what I'm saying? Then Vampire Lolly out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, please. And then, oh Jesus Christ! It had such a premise. This man had to become a monster to survive, and now he could come back up and get revenge. But now he spent like 3 or 4 months with a vampire lolly, and he's just like, yeah, fuck that. I just want to just get back to the main world.
Get me and my girl back home. That's all I care about.
In my Dodge Durango and
my Dodge Durango is crazy.
But okay, I appreciate you answering that one. The last thing I'll do, I know, Greg, I know this is too important. Gun to your head, what is the worst take somebody asked you for to speak on?
The worst take.
One is like, yeah, nah, fuck off.
The worst take I've ever had, or what I need to speak on.
I think ever had, honestly.
Ever had.
The worst take I've ever had, probably. Oh shit. Oh shit, that's a question. If there was a take I ever probably would regret,
Okay.
I guess a take that I would say maybe is not my best and whatnot. Let me see. Probably I would say I did a piece on War of the Planet of the Apes and whatnot, and we were talking about Koba and whatnot, and Koba. I necessarily had said that Koba wasn't wrong in his assessment about humans, which he wasn't, and whatnot. Like from a perspective of the monkeys or the apes and whatnot, he's not wrong.
Of humans.
From the human perspective, he's like, we shouldn't trust humans. The humans need to be wiped out and killed and all the rest of that type of stuff. Because if we don't wipe them out first, they're just gonna come over here and wipe us out because they're fucking stupid and whatnot. And they have weapons. What do you think they're gonna do and whatnot? And they're like, okay, cool. That's fair, but how are you just ignoring the fact that Koba was out here killing other apes and killing other this and that, and maybe I could have worded it better and whatnot when I said that, like, I agree with Koba and whatnot. I guess I was mainly thinking that people could use their critical thinking and say, hey, I'm talking
you expected
about
too much of the internet.
I said, hey, I was mainly thinking that, they could think, okay, I'm talking about his prejudice towards the humans was right in that sense, because of the fact that he was not wrong about what they were doing. He saw they had weapons. He saw they was going up against them. He saw what they were going to be pushing forward to do. They were announcing it in the damn streets. There was no way those humans were going to allow them to live in those hills and those mountains without pressing them eventually. They were preparing, and he's saying this shit, and I had to double down on that take like 4 or 5 times. Oh shit! You know what? Nah. I'll say that wasn't my worst one. My worst one I had to no. I'll say the one I had to absolutely take down and delete was my Beast Games video. I did one on Beast Games.
Oh shit!
If you don't know what Beast Games is, it's about Mr. Beast and
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he does his show and everything like that. And the main thing I was saying, because I don't know shit about Mr. Beast, I don't know too much about him
Yeah.
and whatnot. I just know he's just #1 YouTuber, philanthropist, rich nigga, and whatnot.
Basically,
So I'm like, all right,
that's what it is. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
And so I'm like, I watched Beast Games and I enjoyed it because I was like, this is interesting. To where like people would literally be like, oh, there's $100,000 online. I press this button. I'm willing to eliminate a whole bunch of people in my lineup in my row. I was like, that's wild. That's crazy. I was like, y'all gotta watch Beast Games. This shit is wild. You ain't never seen no shit like that. This man gave away $2 million in a time span of like the first 20 minutes of the episode after eliminating like 500 people. I was like, this is crazy. So I'm like, I'm praising Beast Games. I'm like, this shit's cool. And when I was like, and then they had like one episode where like, if you dropped the ball, everybody had to go. They had self-elimination matches. I was like, if you watch this shit, it's one of the craziest game shows ever. It reminds me a lot of Total Drama. But when it came down to it, this nigga is the most cancelable person possible because they're like, "Oh, classic. This video don't age well." As soon as I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" As soon as I see them comments, I like anytime I post a video, the main top comments will come up on my feed on my little dashboard, and it comes up in my YouTube studio, and it's like, "Oh, classic. He must not know." And I'm like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "You must not know this, that, and third." And I'm like, apparently, that Beast Games is getting sued for mistreatment and all the rest of the type of stuff, and he was abusing his contestants, and he was in the middle of a lawsuit, and Beast Games takes advantage of people because it's offering money and all the rest of the type of stuff, or rah. And I was like, God fucking bless.
I'm gonna just
and
take
even
it down.
though he, you know, and it looks like that shit. He's like, classic. I know you're not. He's like, classic. I know you're not supporting Mr. Beast and whatnot. Mr. Beast is
That's
evil
so
as
weird
shit.
to me. People say that.
He's
I mean, I
so
get like the
evil.
corporate evil, you know, with putting people
yeah.
up against each other in games and stuff. Like, there's always gonna be some evil shit going on with that. Period. Point blank. Even with the real life Squid Game shit, there was a ton of complaints that came out after that.
Yeah.
But like, for me, he does a lot of good too. Like his philanthropy is out fucking standing. Like
Yes. But
unmatched.
even with him doing that, there's still a shit ton of pushback off of it. Like I
Right.
remember there was like one time he was like curing 1,000 people's blindness
Right.
and whatnot, and people were like, "Oh, this guy's a monster. Why does he not do this without having to record it or do it for a video and all this type
Right.
of shit?" And I'm just like, bro, why does it matter? He's
1,000 people can
1,000
see.
people. Like
Yeah.
what?
Like
It's all for the money.
he did
It's
it in
all
recording.
for the
That's what he
money.
did when he did the 100 wells in Africa. Or it was 100,000. I don't
Yeah.
remember. And he recorded
Yeah.
everyone getting built damn near and like live streamed or some shit. And everyone like, yo, why you
Yeah.
gotta record it? And I'm like, he doing something good. If he want to make a little bit of money back on the back end from helping people,
Helping
that's not
people,
that big of a deal.
And
Oh,
what's
he
really
can continue to help people is more insane. I'm like,
Facts.
Right, he's gonna use the money to help more people.
people.
right,
Mhm.
and that's what the craziest part is, because if he just put up like a GoFundMe and saying I'm trying to collect money for this, they wouldn't donate. But if I put
No.
this video up so I can get money from your views to go do more, it's a problem.
More good. It's a problem. And then they did that shit, and then they were talking about just a lot of the things when it comes down to like him. They're just saying, "Oh yeah, he's just evil. He's just that, that, third." I'm like, I don't see the guy as evil and whatnot, but I'm just like, I'd rather just not have the controversy on my page.
Yeah.
So I just take it
Fair,
down.
fair. I
So
feel
I'm
that.
like, I'm just like, you know what, bro, y'all got it, because I'm like, this man could be the most innocent person possible, but he's a target because he's rich. And I'm like,
Facts.
I get especially in this new age society, we eating the rich. I understand and I appreciate the sentiments of certain people when it comes down to the rich. Some rich people are scumbags. I already give you that, but it's just the fact of the matter is I don't know this guy. I just know
Facts.
him just from his show. So I'm just like, I gave a take on a show that I felt was fun and entertaining. And then people asked me, they was like, "Yo, but would you go on Beast Games though? Would you do this type of thing?" And I'm like, this may not be the most politically correct answer. I would definitely go on Beast Games. He's
Same.
like, but you would have done the same thing that those people would have done. I was like, let me tell you something right quick. And I told everybody the same thing. I didn't take this one down. I said, look, anybody who's on Beast Games, and I feel like other creators have said this as well. And when I know Jazzy Guns definitely said it. She was like, "Yo, if we was on Beast Games and whatnot, would you actually have the fortitude to eliminate other people?" I said, hell to hell, yeah.
I'm
like,
there to
you think,
play.
boy,
I'm there to play at the end of the
you're-
day.
You're at the end of the day, you have a story, I have a story, all of us have a story. Cool. We all got families back home. We all got this and that, third,
Yeah.
Boo hoo, wham. I got put in a position to where I gotta press a button and I get over $1 million. you're going home.
Yeah.
You are going
A guaranteed.
home.
It's a guaranteed Millie too to eliminate all
Million.
these other people and myself.
I'll tell you, bro,
Hitting that button.
No, it's not even yourself. There was at one point he had said it's $1 million and you get to stay in the game. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
you got
I'm
a
hitting that.
free
Th-
million?
there's no
Then-
downside to this for me other than trying to look like a good person. I'm not here to be a good person. I'm here to win. And now we can make some
No.
friends along the way, but I'm playing a game. I'm not gonna
yeah.
forfeit it just to be like it's the friends we made along the way. No, fuck that.
Absolutely not.
We left off at the end of a
fuck
question. I had one question to bring us back, so I'm
Oh, because of the worst take. Yeah, the Beast one was the only one I was like, yeah, I gotta just take this down. I don't feel like catching the heat from this.
Valid though.
All right, so I have one not out there question, but just a question for myself. So I'm not sure if you watched Death Battle or if you know who both characters are. I'm pretty sure you might. But Asura from Asura's Wrath and Kratos, right?
Kratos,
Two angry motherfuckers. I ask people all the time, who do you think would win? Just curious about what you think of that.
No
See,
no
yeah. No, I've covered this fight and in Death Battle extensively.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know, like Death Battle was one of the things that made my page. It wasn't not because I would consistently call them out on just certain shit that they would do within their videos and whatnot. Because there are good takes from Death Battle. I'm not gonna say that they're not, but other times they're just way off. There's
I think
just
the
certain
earlier
takes
years
that-
were the best takes.
Yeah,
I
because
think now it's a lot of fan service.
it is, and the earlier years it depends on like how hard they were trying, but then it's like you really look back on stuff like what's it called, Iron Man versus Lex Luthor or something like that. They went into it with an open mind and with a simple argument. Now it's like, oh yeah, this is the equivalent of 200 million times TNT and all the rest of the type of shit. And I'm like, okay, y'all are scaling and y'all are doing this type of thing, but within your scaling and all this math that you guys are throwing out at everybody, you could have easily said this. But at the same time, y'all are making up shit to try and further an argument because this thing has a new season coming out, and that's why you want to be like, okay, yeah, this is why this thing came out. Well, let's keep it a buck. Like they've already established that like some of the shit that they do or they say or some of the takes they have is just for entertainment purposes. They don't really believe it. So that's why I'm like going into Kratos versus Asura. I've had this conversation come up a lot, and I did a video on it. And then, but for whatever reason on YouTube, that video got corrupted for whatever. And it was 3 minutes long. It was like my longest short I've ever done and whatnot. And the longest short possible, it got corrupted. And I was like, freak me.
They didn't want to let the people know the truth.
They didn't want, but I had already talked about it like a week before when it came down to my thoughts on just the topic and of itself, the broad strokes of how I already had my opinion on it. And that hit over like 1 million views or something like that. And then people wanted my thoughts on the battle in and of itself.
He's actually the reason I kind of stopped watching Death Battle because I'm like, I'm gonna just watch his takes instead.
It's so many bad takes that they have, bro, where it's like, no, that wouldn't happen, or this is circumstance. Like the one that turned me off the most to it was Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, because the Omnitrix has literal contingencies for all that shit.
Yeah, that's one of them, and it's just like you have a lot of these fights where they're just making up shit because of the fact that they're just like, okay, this makes sense for this person to win. But I'm like, you guys clearly don't know what you're talking about with this medium, and you're just trying to bring something home to say, hey, yeah, this sort of makes sense, so let's just go with that. Because I'm like, even in that fight, they already established that you can't just cut off Ben's wrist.
Nope.
And get rid of the watch. You've already stated that, but yet the animation shows that he cuts off his wrist, and that's what stopped him from going back in time. And then there's literal things in the show where it's like, okay, yeah, if someone were to travel back in time to try and circumvent Ben from transforming, and he was Alien X would just follow him back in time to stop that. Because Alien X can do anything. So if he's already losing the Alien X, what is him going back in time going to do? Alien X would just follow him.
Yeah,
exactly. And just stop him from doing that.
He'd be like, what took you so long?
Right, you have that type of shit. And then it's like, and then I think the most egregious thing is like anytime they do a Naruto character, like they glaze the fuck out of Naruto to the point to where it's just like, I just know everyone in that writer's room is biased towards it. Because it's like, you'll have some shit where like Obi-Wan will win against Kakashi. and whatnot. But then somehow Obito defeats Darth Vader. But,
Absolutely not. No fucking way.
Make that
He
make
ain't
sense.
got it. He ain't got
And
it. That's as simple as that.
If we're talking about like math, like if I'm going to do 2 + 2, right? If Obi-Wan beats fucking Kakashi, who beat Obito, why would Obito defeat Vader, who killed Obi-Wan? That doesn't make sense. Like, like I just off that, but then you just see like the fight in and of itself. They'll just be like, oh well, he can do the 10 tails, he can turn into the Jinchuriki, he can do all this shit. I'm like, you just said he can just automatically turn into the 10 tails.
No, there was a lot of prep that went into that. It wasn't just something he can do.
Preps 10 different tailed beasts, a full moon, a giant tree being grown, and a whole army of people to be absorbed. And you saying he can do that in the time span of 3 seconds, and then summon the 10 tails, have the 10 tails absorbed into him, that he barely survived, mind you, like before any of this shit and whatnot, like barely survived that process of you taking it in, and you telling me that Vader's gonna sit there and let him do all that shit? It's just dumb. It's just all of it's just stupid as hell, and it's just like, I think that those type of death battles just aggravate the shit out of me, because like, they don't know what they're talking about in certain aspects, and they're just trying to like push an agenda. Like, and it's clear at some points, because it's like you had the new season of Invincible comes out, so Death Battle comes out, and they're just like, oh yeah, our first fight of this shit, Omni-Man versus Bardock and whatnot, and you're just like, huh? And it's just like Omni-Man versus Bardock. Like, who do you think will win that? And they say Omni-Man. I'm like, how the fuck did y'all get that?
I know.
Fans are planetary level off like base, bro.
They'll show you some shit, and it'll be like, oh yeah, Vegeta waved his hand and destroyed 3 planets, but Omni-Man, hold up, wait, hold up, Omni-Man did what? And he's like, yeah, Vegeta destroyed 3 planets with a wave of his hand, and I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, but what did Omni-Man do? And he's like, Omni-Man with the help of 3 different Viltrumites,
flew through a
destroyed the planet Viltrum. And I'm like, okay, that's 1 planet. And he's like, but that planet is the size of 3 different Earths. And I'm like, okay, cool. Okay,
so at best, he's got 1 Earth.
But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he didn't do that by himself. No,
or they do like related feats, like, oh, he beat so and so.
That's what pissed me off about the Asura versus Kratos. He beat this person who can do this, which means he can do this. That's not what that means.
No, but see, that in and of itself is that they'll be like, oh yeah, see, this is what pisses me off about Asura versus Kratos. Let's get into this, because with Asura versus Kratos in and of itself, I like Kratos as a character. I really do. He's a great character across the board. Has a rich history in gaming. He is one of the most iconic characters we've seen so far, and he has amazing growth. And I love what they've done with him.
Absolutely,
the God of War franchise. I fucking hate his fans. I hate every single one of them. Like, these motherfuckers will go leaps and bounds beyond Goku fans. And it's ridiculous because of statements. Like, for me, when I take it to a fight of just anything I do, I always look at certain key factors. I go into 3 factors, and that's feat. Those are feats, form, ability, and power, and whatnot. Right? Feats, forms, and like those things that comes into these facets. And feats and forms are typically what you're looking for when it comes down to that. And so, like, feats, forms, and abilities, those are the main 3 things that we need to look at across the board with any fight. Yeah, and how they scale between each character. If you tell me that I've seen on screen, what have we physically seen both of these characters do? If someone put a fight and they said, D, for $50, I want to know who wins between Kratos and Asura. I'm going to look at both characters. I'm going to say, cool. Baseline, what I know about Asura. Asura is powerful. He gets more powerful when he gets angrier. And what is the biggest feats that we've seen him do so far? And okay, he's literally punched a god 3 to 4
fuck all that.
times.
He killed the god of his universe.
Yeah, and he killed, that too. And so you're talking about he's killed Chakravartin, someone who's the avatar of life and death in his base form. Like, this is not without transformation or anything like that. Yes, he was pushing bounds of his own limitations and breaking even more so. But that showcases the fact that Asura has so much boundless mantra that he's able to kill his own creator and the person who's the personification of life and death. He killed
who
two
is gonna
concepts in
choose
one
him to be the next one?
Next
He's
one.
like, no,
Yeah,
you up, big dog. It's you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had that much power. But then if you take it even on the lower end, Ashura, before he got majority of his memories back or any of his other mantra or his abilities back, in base with one arm, literally destroyed Wizen, which was the weakest of the gods. But he was 4 to 5 times bigger than the Earth. And he did it with one punch, overloading him with his own mantra.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's not only doing that, but it's in his base form again. And he has multiple forms on top of that. So already in his base form, he's already done multi-planetary level feats off of one punch and whatnot in his weakest form.
Actually, galaxy level, because Chakravartin was throwing galaxies at him in the beginning of that fight.
In that fight, yeah. Going into that once he goes into his super destroyer form and whatnot. Yeah. You're talking about that shit. If you hear that shit and you're like, what has Kratos done? Kratos took on Thor, he took on Balder and whatnot. He took on the Greek pantheon. And so I'm like, okay, the Greek gods, they're powerful, but they're going by statements. And they're like, oh, they fought the primordial beings, which is the Titans. And the Titans have been here since the universe is unfolding and all this type of shit. And they have statements to have infinite, boundless power or certain things of that nature. I'm like, okay, cool. But what on screen have they showed to do that? Right. Like, I have never seen them do this shit. And it's like, and then you say that they can do this and they can do that. I'm willing to be like, okay, Helios has outrun. Hermes has outrun Helios's light that out expanded across the infinite underworld and whatnot, and he outran that. Okay, cool. That gives Helios infinite speed, whatever if you want to call it that, and whatnot. But that didn't mean that in that fight with Kratos, he was using infinite speed. The motherfucker got hit by a rock thrown by a catapult. He couldn't even dodge that. And you telling me this motherfucker was using infinite speed in his fight? And y'all want to say, oh, that makes Kratos infinite speed because he was able to keep up with Hermes? No, the fuck he wasn't. He was getting lapped by Hermes. Hermes got hit by a rock, got injured, and then decided, oh, I want to fight him on equal footing, just zipping around him instead of using that infinite speed he's quotated using. Then they want to be like, oh, yeah, well, he outsped Hermes' light or Helios' light and whatnot. When did he do that? And they're showcasing when he did it. And it's just Kratos walking forward with his hand in his face, with his hand up, blinding fucking Helios' light until he gets to his body and tears his head off. That's outspeeding his light?
Nah.
What?
And people's media literacy is so down low that they don't understand travel speed versus combat speed are two different things. Someone getting to reach top speed running in a straight line is different than if I throw a ball at you, how fast, if it gets right here, can you move all the way over here before it gets past you? Or you have to take the whole time. Travel speed and combat speed are not the same thing.
It's not the same. But if you had a character like the Flash who can do some shit like that with the infinite mass punch, he can do that from right in your face. He can hit you with that. There's characters whose combat speed matches their running speed.
Right.
Okay, cool. They can do that shit. There's speedsters. But then you have like this shit, you've never seen them do that, never state that they'd be able to do that. And it's just like you're making up shit. And then what killed me, and this is why I threw the whole fucking fight out and said, fucking bullshit. Cap. And they gave him the Blade of Olympus in the midst of the fight to fight this man with. He does not have the Blade of Olympus now.
Facts.
That is not something he has, and then they wanted to say that the Blade of Olympus would equate to the same energy as mantra. And I'm like, no, the fuck it doesn't. It has never absorbed mantra energy at all. It's never encountered that shit. And you're saying that is the definite win con for his ass. He can't beat Ashura unless he drains his mantra and uses it against him. But then Ashura has limited mantra. So how the fuck is he has limitless mantra. So how's he running out of mantra? Even if the sword was draining him. And then it's like they showcase that he has multiple forms, but they only keep Ashura limited time in some of these forms and whatnot, like his berserker form where he took on an entire armada and blew it up inside of the interior of our space and in their dimension too. They don't keep him on that form. He immediately has like 2 minutes of that and then gets smacked down and immediately jumps into his destroyer form. Mind you, that's blowing up galaxies and all the rest of the type of shit. And what the thing is that people will hype up Kratos and they'll be like, the biggest feat that I've always seen people want to bring up with Kratos is flipping Tyr's temple. and whatnot. And every time I hear this argument, I just want to just fight somebody because I'll just be like, "Oh, well, he flipped Tyr's temple." I'm like, it's on a fucking mechanism. How did this
It's on
become
a pendulum.
It's on a mechanism.
If you know
It's meant
anything
to be
about
flipped.
mechanics, he is not lifting the full weight.
That's what I'm saying. It is meant to be flipped by the Giants.
Right.
So I'm like, you say this shit, but it's something meant to be flipped. And when you say that, and y'all are like, oh, the 9 realms, he just flipped the 9 realms. No, he didn't. He flipped a doorway. That's the doorway to the 9 realms. He didn't flip that shit. And then then it was like, oh, well, like if you talk about like him versus Thor, it's like he's going up against Thor, and Thor went up against the world serpent, and the world serpent and him clashed, and they cracked the world tree and whatnot. And this is something that houses the 9 realms. I'm like, okay, now we're talking about a feat. All right, cool. And he's able to clash with Thor. You're saying, okay, yes, that would put him on the scale of the world tree or somebody who could splinter Yggdrasil. But are we scaling him to the factor of this is a tree that can hold up the 9 realms, or are we talking about him damaging the 9 realms in and of itself? But they're not talking about that shit. They're talking about the fact that, oh yeah, Kratos basically like defeated Kronos and all the rest of them. That's what puts him on the same universal feats as these motherfuckers. But I'm like, Kronos is weakened as shit.
Yeah.
He's in the desert on his knees, has like a spike in his throat, and that's how he died. He died by literally Kratos being inside of him, cutting him open with the blade of Olympus, and then being like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take this spike that's already like weakening you, and I'm gonna just shove it through your neck, and that's it. So if I have super strength, and he just swallowed me, and I happen to survive, and I have a very big knife,
Yeah.
I cut open Kronos from the inside. I'm stabbing him as myself, but with super strength. Does that mean I'm universal because I carved this dude up from the inside out? Like what the fuck? Like that shit? Like that's how that works?
So let's wrap
It's
this
so
up in a neat little bow, right? So I'm hearing that you think Asura should have easy diffed Kratos. Is what I'm hearing.
No diff that motherfucker. Like my thing is that like Kratos, like Ashura needs like actual like god level people to kill him and whatnot. Like this man, we've seen this man literally get taken from the moon all the way down to Earth with like a super elongated sword that goes
Tank
on forever,
that bitch.
and stabbed straight through his stomach and whatnot, and he still was able to destroy the sword and beat the guy with the blade in his mouth and still killed him and whatnot. But we've seen literally, what's it called, Kratos get stabbed and die. We've seen Kratos take blunt force damage to the head and just die. Like I'm like
I said, I'm not done yet. Nah, we're done when I say we're finished.
They got resurrected just to get slapped up again. I'm just like, bro, like he can die quite easily. Like you're not telling me that. And then they wanted to say, oh yeah, because Kratos punches, he don't have the versatility to take down Kratos. Motherfucker, he died from impact damage. He literally got knocked out and killed by Thor. You think Ashura ain't hitting as hard as him? Bro,
harder.
Right.
But
harder than him. I'm like,
Bet,
on.
that answers my
no.
question. I just wanted to know
Ashura,
you was on my side with that, bro. That's what
Ashura
I'm not gonna lie.
Ashura all day. I'm not even about to even entertain that fight. I'm like, boy, people be talking about. I said they be bringing up feats and statements. I'm like, shut up. I don't care. Like
So,
the moment show me Kratos destroying a planet, then we'll talk.
Fair.
Like,
But let's get into our game, right? We're only gonna play like maybe 1, maybe 2 rounds because it's getting a little late.
that's fine.
But that being said, so everybody got the wiki up.
Yeah.
So let me remind you of the rules. The first,
Go ahead.
So the first round, we're all going to do 1 reroll because that's what we do. We do 1 reroll. You get another chance at a different power. We'll all get 30 seconds. 30 seconds on the clock. I'll start my timer, and I'll let you know when your time starts and when it ends. And then you have that time to debate and why you would beat the other powers. Are you guys ready?
Yep, I am ready.
All right, let me just get that timer ready. Everybody, roll your powers, and then we'll go around the room and say what we got.
So you do it one time?
Yeah. So you do it the first time, and then you say if you want to reroll. Now,
at least let us know if you
looking now. Yeah,
I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna let you know what the power is, and I'm gonna reroll it, and I'm gonna tell you my reasoning. I'm rerolling because I got Utopia manipulation, right?
Okay.
And I've gotten this before in this little game,
We've gotten
and
this
the argument is always, well, we don't live in a utopia.
Okay.
You gonna bring it here? I mean, you don't have one. You don't have one in this verse, so I'm not even gonna fuck around with this because it always ends up being some bullshit of why I lose. So, Diva, Are you re-rolling? You taking yours?
I'm gonna re-roll as well. I have formula empowerment, and I am not in a state where I can think of a formula I want to. So I'm not gonna.
You said you're not gonna take the formula empowerment.
Yeah.
All right, so you're re-rolling.
Yes.
So you don't know about the anti-life equation? Damn, that's all you.
That's crazy.
Yo, bad.
See,
You know?
see, like what would
Like,
I
well, I
want
was
to think
like,
of
hold up,
that?
man.
Yo, bad.
Great answer. Great answer, but it was not on my mind.
Heed, are you keeping or
Wait,
re-rolling?
I'm gonna re-roll because I got magical power link, and it just says that I have the ability to have my magical energy linked to someone else's power. But I know how you're gonna hold me with the dice roll, and I'm not about to be linked to Noragami before he was actually current Noragami. Like I'm not about to a useless god who ain't got no power, and I have the power to beg. Like
Shout out Noragami. It's a great show. All right, Classic Man, what you got? And are you re-rolling?
Rolling shit. I got a dub off rip, bro.
Oh man.
I got multiversal force manipulation.
Well,
We playing
Not
for
doing
second place.
well, yeah, we playing for second
then,
place.
And then the first fucking picture of it is just the Beyonders. I was like, yeah, I
Oh
win.
fuck.
Yeah, crazy how that don't matter.
Well,
Oh my.
it's time to
That
fight
is
for second
hands
place,
down
guys,
crazy.
because I can tell you what
That
I
is
got. I got
Crazy.
Phocidae physiology. Basically, I can turn into an earless seal.
What?
So you fighting for last place.
An earless seal.
Applications include body temperature manipulation, cold immunity, enhanced agility, enhanced endurance, enhanced lung capacity, enhanced senses, pressure resistance, and speed swimming. Capabilities, limitations may need practice to change back to an original form. Exhibits the same fears or desires of the taken form. Yeah, I'm done.
But boy, I got reality warping, and you got.
I can be a seal.
You can be a seal. Okay.
My biggest op used to be killer whales. Now it's apparently just you, dog. I don't know.
You know, I don't know. I can give you some ears, I guess, if that's what you need.
I want to hear your. I want you to hear your own screams as I whoop your ass.
Oh my
Like, that's
god.
crazy.
All right, Diva, what you got?
I have selective immunity. The ability to
Ooh.
be immune to a specific concept, power, object.
Okay, we got ourselves a fight here.
We gotta fight. Okay.
All right, Heed, what you got? Are we fighting it out for last place? Because we could do that.
I have an anime counter.
Oh no!
Hey, you said that's specific?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
it is-
specific.
It does say specific. It's not
that's
immunity.
See,
I
that's
have
the
to select something.
you have to
You
see,
have
You have
that's
to
the-
select your immunity. Is what it
Yeah,
says,
Yeah, that was,
right?
you only do one.
Oh, that's easy.
It does not say.
If it says
We
specific,
usually
that
roll
means-
a die to determine
Yeah.
how
The level.
strong it
how
is, right?
strong it is. All right.
Yours is also multiversal, so like
Yeah.
the number
You don't
that
get
you
to.
get on this die is just going to determine the number of multiverses at this point. So
It
All
has
right.
to be more than two.
it'll be
More
one
than
plus whatever, because then that's
two.
multiple.
One plus whatever. Yeah, that's multiple. Yeah.
All right, Heed, what you got?
I literally just got psychic power.
We'll roll for it. Maybe you get the Phoenix Force. I don't know,
Mhm.
So I'll roll first for my, seals physiology. Maybe I get in that 20. Maybe I'm I don't know.
So we got dice rollers. Let me go to a dice roll over here.
I was just going to roll the die. We have a die. You just roll it, and I
so
tell you what it comes up as.
Okay, got you.
But
All
if
right.
it comes up as 3, he is cheating because 3 is his cheat number.
Yeah,
Okay.
fact.
His
I got
die
a
is way
7. I am an average everyday seal. I'm not going to lie to you. So,
He's an average seal.
I'll be watching from the sea before I get obliterated. Diva, you ready for your roll?
Sure. How immune am I? Or how many
Let's see how
immunities
immune
can
you
I
are.
have?
How many
I
of you-
swear on everything I didn't do this on purpose. It's a 3.
It's a 3. I knew
It's
it.
a 3.
I called it. I want everybody to run the take back. 10 seconds ago when I said.
So the
it's a
history of
three.
this naughty dice, it loves 3s and 6s. I do not know why, but we got there was one round we all got 3. You got a 4.
Lovely.
What
Can I do? Move a coffee cup?
I'll give you a tire, like a car tire or something. You feel me?
You got a tire.
Let's see what Classicman got. If this D is biased, I'm gonna be a little upset.
Let's see.
This dice is biased as fuck. He got an 18. That's 19 multiverses.
The goat. The goat.
Can't.
That's 19 multiverses.
19 multiverses. It's crazy.
We're fighting for second place. Is what I
Fighting
heard.
for second place, honestly.
So come in with multiversal force manipulation. Then 18 off rip. Damn.
God
Just
damn.
I am immune to psychic attacks.
I knew you was gonna do that regardless of what happened.
Oh, bet I can get
Wanna
second
do
place.
that.
I'm gonna eat her. I don't think she can fight a seal. I'm not gonna lie to you. You wasted this. I'm eating her.
Absolutely wasted this stupid ass man.
I will take third place happily. Yeah, we up, baby.
Just so you know, all y'all are potatoes.
He's not even a seal anymore.
Wait, hold up now, because I'm a psychic potato, so I think you
You
know.
just, like, how are you a
Just a
psychic
second.
potato with no brain? You're just a potato.
Reincarnated as a potato.
You're
Okay,
just
I'm
potatoes.
still a potato that can't be attacked by psychic attacks. I'm just saying.
Is that on your
You get
nutrition
mashed.
fact?
It's in my nutrition facts.
What type of-
So what would we give everyone's place in here? Because I don't even think we need the 30-second debate. Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, like, what do you like? Jesus.
Well, Classic Man, you got first. That's a given. You got that.
I mean, yeah. If I could just turn y'all back and just let y'all fight it amongst each other, like,
Sure.
I'll literally just summon Battle World and whatnot from Secret Wars and just watch. You know, like at this point.
Oh my
I think I
God.
can kill Diva. I think I can kill Diva
I
if she's
can
getting
kill
rid
a
of Psycho.
seal.
So I'll just turn y'all back and I'll just turn this into an arena just for me to watch.
I can kill a seal.
Do you think I could kill Diva? Are we Xing her out?
I would like to X her out just because
He looked
I
up
feel
the
like-
information for a seal. Go ahead and read that for me.
For the seal.
I can kill a seal.
But
I
can
look
you kill a super involved mutant seal?
I'm a level 7 seal, baby. I got 7 levels in seal.
But then, oh buddy, he gets super mega mind powers. So he's
I'm a seal that
What-
gets
what are you
active.
I'm gonna wait for Heed to take you out, and then I'm gonna take Heed out.
But is he taking me out, or is he gonna let me take out you?
I'm watching you take her out because it's funny. Because I mean, I know that she can't overpower a grown seal. Like I just know that
Crazy.
you have no type of training to overpower a seal.
I hate you
Let's
all.
go. Diva gets last place.
That's crazy.
Crushed by a seal. He's just gonna drag you into the water
And
it's
drown
well,
you.
your power is just. But you. Why don't you just say your power? Oh well, you know, you're kind of screwed on every end and whatnot. Like because with it being specific.
Yup,
Yeah.
it's
Just like-
specific.
I had-
So she
I had to-
she
I
can
had
stop
to pick
herself from
somebody.
losing to one person, and she chose him. Wrong choice.
that's what
I'm
I'm saying.
eating your ass.
Crazy. You was gonna
I'd
eat
be
me
embarrassed.
regardless.
I mean, either like I would rather take the psychic manipulation to get eaten by a seal.
Fact. When you go to heaven or hell, you got to explain how you got there. Yo, what happened to you? I got killed by a nigga seal.
Right.
call it
Nigga
part
seal.
two.
Crazy.
With no ears, mind you.
With no ears, mind you. I can't even hear it.
Not only was the seal a nigga seal, but it was disabled. Like I don't know.
It's a disabled nigga seal.
Now you got killed by a disabled seal. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna have to get that get back. All right. So going into the next
I have so
round,
many rerolls.
Classic
y'all.
Man, you don't have any. Heed, you have 1. I have 2. Diva has 3. So everybody get your reroll on and let's level up. Damn, I'm gonna say that the next time we have this game.
Copyrighted. All right.
So I keep my power to that.
No.
Nope. Next round is a new power.
Okay, I got
New
you.
round,
I
new
will. So I get a new. Do I get 1 point for winning this shit?
Yep,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got 1 point on the
Okay.
board.
All right, cool. So let me get another power real quick.
All right, so mine is gonna be a reroll. It's not a bad power, but I want something that's gonna actually like give me an edge, and it's musical regeneration. The power to regenerate using music. Fair,
Okay.
but if one of y'all niggas get like I don't know, super sound wave and make me deaf, I ain't I ain't regenerating. So, Diva.
First, you didn't have ears. Now you have a power dependent on ears.
How many rolls I get? I get one. God damn it! I should have stuck with the music.
Two. You get two, right?
No, I get two. I get two. Thank God. Ooh, this next one's bad.
I'm going to reroll. It's stone ingestion.
Niggas can eat rocks.
Yes.
I don't know.
What can you do with that? Can you become it? Because if you could eat diamonds, that's something.
Let's see. The power to ingest rock, stone, mineral.
You can just eat
I
rocks.
can just eat it. I
Yeah,
can
you
just
can eat
eat
rocks.
it, and I can bite it. I can bite through rocks. That's
Kick
it.
rocks and blow bubbles, nigga. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm re-rolling.
All right, Heed, are you
And I'm
re-rolling or are you keeping it?
I'm gonna re-roll because it just says supernatural dagger, and I have the ability to possess or channel or project supernatural power through a dagger. I just don't understand it enough.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right, Classic Man, your roll that you do not get to re-roll. What you doing?
I am sticking with celestial event manipulation.
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
Yeah, I'm not kidding. So it says I can what is it? I can create, shape, and manipulate celestial events, including equinoxes, solaces, eclipses, phases of the moon, supermoons, comet flybys, meteor showers, like shit like that.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Who's your internet provider?
I need that.
I need
Your
that.
FBI agent is on it. He said, no, we can't let him lose, guys. Give him everything.
Spectrum has hold me everywhere else. I don't know why they're giving me this one tonight.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Yeah,
My
celestial
reroll.
event manipulation.
That's crazy. You got two OPS powers. My next power off of my reroll was vomit attacks. The power to release and use vomit for various attacks.
That's nasty.
I'm re-rolling that. That's my last reroll too. So let's hope we get something that gets us in the game. Diva.
So my reroll was tool manipulation. I want y'all to know that they showing the guy from Millie and Mandy who got the chainsaw hand. I will be.
Haas Delgado.
Yes, Haas Delgado.
Haas Delgado.
So you
That
can
nigga was
just
funny.
take off the chainsaw, and just put on another tool.
Nigga, you can be Chainsaw Man.
And
No budget, go gadget.
Basically.
I'm in the game now.
So you're
Are
in the
you?
game.
You keeping
My
that?
next power, I'm in. No, my next
Oh, okay.
power, I'm in the game. I re-roll.
All right, Heed, what was your reroll?
Electromagic quintessence.
Oh,
Static
nice.
shock, magneto.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. Now,
It is my firm belief that electrokinesis is the strongest power ever.
yeah.
I'll give you
You're
that.
right. You're right.
At least in a world full of humans. Like the world we live in, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's why Nell was so busted in One Piece.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Only the rubber nigga could beat him, for real, for real. Well,
Yeah,
hockey people could
absolutely.
eventually,
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
what I'm saying. It could be. He had Aki too, but
Facts.
honestly, if I feel like he was in the new world now, he'd still be a threat.
No, he'd be a
Absolutely.
huge threat. He would be
He'll be
worse
a
than Kizaru.
Is it my? Do I just tell y'all my power since I rerolled again?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you my new reroll.
Oh, okay. You have it.
It's terrible. Once again, fighting for that last spot. DNA vision. The power to observe the genetic structure of living creatures.
I think the vomit serve you better.
I would have stayed with vomits, bro. Right?
I don't know what I'm gonna get, bro. Like,
You had a fight. You had a fighting chance with that at least. Like shit.
I did. I could like vomit down someone's throat or something with this. I can just see niggas' genes.
Yeah. You have a Y chromosome. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna die insulting someone for whatever gene I see that's weird.
That's crazy.
That's why you short and you're never not gonna be. 'Cause I fade away.
My power is ether energy manipulation.
Yo, I'm not in this game at all. I'm just dead. What the fuck?
What is that? Ether energy?
Yes, and the opposite. So like my weakness is neither energy.
I didn't even know neither was a thing.
I didn't know neither was a thing.
Is it nether?
It's nether. You.
Never.
Oh my goodness! I'm so mad. I listened to her for that 1
So you
second.
have the power. So you have the power to control like the underworld, right?
Well, if
Isn't
it's
that
the
what the nether
ether, the
is?
ether is usually like the void or space, something like that.
Yeah.
While the nether is usually hell. So like
Yeah, right.
the
So
up
which one
versus
is
the
it?
down.
The ether or the nether?
She
I have
controls
the
the ether.
She controls the ether. You control the void.
No, I don't
Yeah.
control the whole ether. I can just use ether energy. Let's
Ether
use that
energy.
That's
word.
the same damn thing on a certain level.
Yeah, I
So
can't-
let's
but I
get to the
can't
dice
manipulate the ether.
rolls.
I can just fuck with the energy and use it.
Can you guys each, because these are all fucking multiversal level powers, can you guys read 2 things, the capabilities and the limitations, so that we all have a good enough understanding of what you can do? Diva, you
Y'all
first.
want me to you know I don't like reading.
And yet you wanted to host Jeopardy.
Y'all let me do it. The user can create, shape, and manipulate the energies of ether, the 5th celestial element that binds classical.
You cut out. You got to look at your mic. You know that.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
There you go.
The 5th celestial element that binds classical water, fire, earth, and air together, emitting the ether energy as a force to project energy bolts, force fields, weaponry, and aspects of ether. It's also known as aura, chi.
Okay, and the limitations?
Where's that? Limitations. Anti-energy manipulation. Energy can be difficult to control. Energy requires access to a particular energy source. Elemental energy manipulation. And then anybody who has like energy negation, erasure, containment, energy immunity.
All right. Heed, go ahead and read off your capabilities and limitations.
Well, just the user can generate and create their own electromagnetic energy infinitely and indefinitely, instead of always energy around them. Infinite energy can be produced, put to a number of uses, Jesus Christ, such as enhancing your own physical or mental attributes, superhuman level, generating any kind of electromagnetic energy, or powering an invention or technology, etc. Limitations amount to rest may be required to stabilize the mind. Food and rest might be necessary if too much energy is used at once. While the user can generate limitless amounts of.
You went out.
Oh shit.
Just the last one.
While the user can generate limitless amounts of energy from their body, they may only be able to handle a certain amount.
I just looked up what the word quintessence is because I've never heard it before, and I want to know what it means. It means in its purest form.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Classicman, capabilities and limitations.
Mine is the user can create, shape, and manipulate celestial events, including equinoxes and solstices, eclipses, phases of the moon, supermoons, comet flybys, meteor showers, aphelions, and I don't know how they say this word, perihelions, and planetary events on other planets as well. It's within this user's power to make celestial events happen, possibly even new and unheard of events that haven't been in recorded history, like a purple eclipse. Events that would normally take over 100 years or even 1,000 years occur to happen within instantaneously. Although the user's power over the celestial bodies let me see. Okay, yeah, it happens instantaneously all through the user's power over the celestial bodies. Excuse me. Celestial. Do you need me to read the celestial events in fiction and mythology and religion?
Nope, just the limitations. Just a quick.
Oh, the limitation.
Yep.
Limitations may be limited to certain celestial events. May need for the event to happen in order to manipulate them.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Dice roll for Diva. Let's see what you get. 17.
Let's go.
Well, that's big boy powers right there. Heed, it's your turn. Hope you don't get hoed. I'm really rooting for you here, bud.
I am too.
Hey, you got 9.
What does that even do? What can I do with a 9?
Do something.
And then Classicman. 7.
Let's go. All right.
So you will each get 30 seconds to debate your reasoning for winning or how you would win. Diva, you are first. He goes next, and then Classic Man.
Okay, so I am.
Time starts now.
Okay, so I'm going to attack Classic Man first because as the ether has control over celestial forces, so I'm taking him out first. He got.
So you're saying you're attacking me. So you're attacking me with the forces of the ether because it affects celestial forces.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. Got you. So
you have 3 seconds to explain how you might do it. You get a counter argument.
How would you? How would you do it? How are you attacking me with the ether power?
I'm shooting an energy blast at you.
Oh, well, that's your 3 seconds.
So
Heat, are you ready for your 30?
Yeah.
So if we paused in time, Diva is turned towards Classic Man and gone, look out. And we pause. Heat, what is your 30 seconds looking like?
Well, tell me if I can't do this. I'm going to go God mode in the sense of Killua. I'm going to dash towards Diva. I'm going to punch her whole her chest and turn her into Ace. In this time, I'm going to try my
say donut.
I'm going to try my best to magnetize Classic to the ground so he can't move and react. And I'm going to try to get over there. I can't do reality bending feats.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, therefore, in that same time frame, Diva Blast, Heat has made a mad dash God mode speed, and with the level of, I'd say you have very high enhanced speed with a 7, not like light speed or anything like that, but like sub sound. But depending on distance, it wouldn't be that far. So I'm saying you could probably get to her. So let's freeze frame it right before a hole is put in her chest. Classic Man, you have 30 seconds. What are you gonna do?
30 seconds to use my powers to stop this attack and him doing that to her, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to stop him.
Okay.
You don't have to stop him.
Okay, cool.
I'm just being fair. He don't have to stop him.
Okay, cool. So quickly, you know, Jupiter possesses the largest and strongest magnetic field in the solar system after our sun, right? So, and those kinetic storms also happen within Jupiter, which is a cosmic event. Did you know that Iron Man stopped Magneto with that same magnetic pull, and turned off his powers so he could win that fight? So I'm gonna grab the energy from Jupiter's magnetic field and bring it to Earth, throwing it off balance and throwing off the equilibrium of the Earth, causing it to slam to its side, causing all of us to fling across continents all at once right now.
Okay, so with that being said, he said, I'm going for the suicide option.
No, I see what he's doing. I like it.
Because I would say that in this instantaneous, I'm going to narrate, this is going to be fun. In this instantaneous moment of Diva going for a blast at Classic Man and he doing a mad dash while also trying to hold Classic Man in place, Classic Man sees that he's in danger and says, fuck all that, and calls down the magnetic forces of Jupiter to simultaneously throw Earth off its balance, launching you guys at roughly Mach 3, I think it is, in one direction.
All right.
I will give you each 10 seconds now. Actually, 20 seconds. We're going to keep subtracting 10 and then 5 and then 2 to see what you do in this moment. You have all now been flung. Heed, you did not get to connect. You are right there. But in the split second, you are all now thrown that way. Diva, you have 20 seconds.
Oh, I'm putting a force field around myself to protect me from my fall. And then I'm pausing the celestial event, which I can do at 17. I'm pausing the celestial.
That's your time.
As far as I've gotten in my plan.
All right, so Diva bubbles herself.
So I bubble myself
midway.
And everything is stopping.
I got you. She bubbles herself, and now the Earth begins to rotate again. Slowly but surely, it picks back up speed and starts to rotate again. She is now freeze frame bubbled. The bubble happens damn near instantaneously. You have 20 seconds on the clock. Ready? Go.
I told Classic I would kill her because of the email situation, so I'm going to try my hardest to break through her shield and still stab her. In this moment, I don't forget that Greg is alive somewhere. So I'm gonna try and throw lightning through his chest.
Not about Greg.
And then I'm gonna put all of my
How are
energy.
you surviving this shit, Mr. DNA Eyes?
I put all of my remaining energy into a bubble. Go ahead.
How are you
Oh
surviving
my
this
goodness.
DNA
How am I
Eyes?
surviving
really
this?
wanna know.
Look. Y'all
got
ready?
thrown.
Look,
What
20
happened?
seconds on the
You
clock.
got thrown.
I'm just standing watching this thing happen at full speed. 20 seconds on the clock when I get thrown. I use my DNA eyes to see into the DNA that is God in his existence. And I try to analyze it for what could be in myself and then use those powers to then make myself immune to falling and give myself anti-gravity to just pause for a brief moment. 20
You
seconds.
can just see. You can't
You can't manipulate the hell.
Look, I can read a book. I can read a book and then try to build it. You feel me?
Look. Wait, hold up. First of all, this is the no limits fallacy. Because how the hell you gonna assume God got DNA? Hell
said
no.
we are all made in his image.
Not his DNA.
Give it to you.
But where
Oh,
would
my
no?
goodness.
First of all, where would he know where to look?
I just look up. I look up at God. You feel me? I gotta be like, yo, I know you got me. I got you.
So what if the infinite universe in and of itself is the building blocks of God's DNA? Where would you look in that building block of God's DNA?
Just looking up. You
start
feel
to
me?
look that
Right up.
specific
Straight
thing.
up, man.
But in the void of the universe, what is up?
What is
Boom.
up? Exactly. There is no direction in space.
Exactly. So I could look anywhere. Nah, I get thrown and get splatted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Forget.
But Classic Man, I'm glad you remembered me at least. But
Hell
Classic
no.
Man, what you up to, bro?
Giving this man this
Wait.
shit.
What are you doing?
All right.
Ooh,
As
I'm gonna restart your timer.
As I'm free flying through the air and whatnot, there is the moon up there, and it is full. I'm pulling it closer towards the earth to increase the tide. So as soon as I'm flying towards, because I'm flying towards the water, it rises up, and a wave, as a large wave comes close enough to grab me, and I get caught into safety as I push the moon away as the tides go in, and I'm safely put on the ground.
Okay, we got ourselves a fight here. I like
Man
this.
is good.
This man's good. He's been studying for the test. All right,
Hell no,
you
I gotta
now
make
have
this
10
work.
seconds. A lightning bolt has now crashed through my chest as Diva bubbles herself to protect herself and begins to bring the earth back to its normal rotation. Classic Man in retort calls down waves to protect himself. Heat, I don't think you didn't protect yourself.
At the end, I was trying to bubble.
He was
Oh.
trying to bubble. Roll to see
I
if he's
would-
successful.
I would say that's fair. With a, what did you have? A 9
7.
going in? He had a 9.
I'm a 9.
A 9 going in? I would say that's fair. What do we say? Above a 9?
No, because he
Does he need above a 9 or above an 11?
No, he also said he was attacking my bubble, and he had time to make a bubble and shoot a lightning bolt at you when we falling.
It's quintessence, baby.
Yeah, and
I'm being biased, but I'm being biased. But
Right, she has to die for the email thing.
I would love for Diva to die for the email thing, but nah.
I
I would say above an 11 is a success, and you protect. I'm gonna give you this. You can pick one, right? Above an 11, I give you both, but otherwise you got to pick attack or defend.
Attack both or defend myself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, ready?
God, please give me 13.
It's a
a
4.
Fuck.
So you got to pick one.
I'm gonna put all of my energy into the bubble. Y'all are gonna die either way. I don't need this. I
Okay.
just wanted to kill you. That was the goal.
Diva, 10 seconds on the clock for your retort.
He been coming at my head. I'm taking him out. Pew, 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 pew.
How are you doing it? 7 seconds on the clock.
Oh, and then I'm going back for Classicman D. Pew, 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 pew.
Didn't even explain it.
I'm assuming she's shooting lasers at best.
These are my. Look, I've been using the same blast. I didn't.
So Diva goes for an Eldritch Blast right at your head, gun to your head. What are you gonna do with 10 seconds? Heat?
I'm gonna intensify the bubble. I will wait this out. She's going to die on her own.
So with a 17 to your 9, that's what, a difference of 8, right? I would say
But I
you
used
need a.
Turns to intensify my defense. Come on, man. Give me that good old D&D logic.
That D&D logic. All right, +2. I say you got a 50-50 shot. If you get above a 10, I give it to you. That sound fair, everybody?
That sounds very fair.
fair.
All right, 50-50. You want to blow on the dice a little bit? Hopefully they have mercy on you. All right, bet. Oh, yeah, no, he got that. 17, baby.
Dang, I was about to hit the pew pew button too.
All right. So wait, did I give you 10 seconds? I gave you 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're bubbling
Classic.
up. Classic.
Yeah.
You're up. You've
Yes.
been caught by the waves. You are safe. Minimal damage at best. What is your next move? 10 seconds on the clock.
My next move is I look towards space and see one of the most massive celestial events possible. It's Galactus, and he has chosen me as his herald through the collective manipulation. And he blasts me with the power cosmic
Hmm.
because he needs someone to create. So because
know?
he needs a new herald. This is a celestial event. So hey,
He's not
Galactus
lying.
shows up and then makes me his herald. Cool.
You know?
And I say, with this new power cosmic, I will do your bidding. As long as you give me enough power to kill them too.
Oh.
Cool. Right?
You had a 7, right?
Yep.
Can you call Galactus? I say you need. What do y'all say for that? On a
What's
7.
up? On a 7?
On a 7? I say like above a
You need a
12. Above a
You
12.
give me a 12 for that? All right.
Above a 12. Let's go
Okay.
for it. Let's see if the dice.
Okay, so go for it.
All right, you ready? You gotta be 18.
This is insane.
Oh, this nigga's just like that. He's just like that. I don't know. He just like that.
Extra.
And gave
It
me
said-
even more from
It
the-
said he needed 12. Let's give him 6 more of them things, man.
Galactic's already helping you out. Like
Galactus was already pulled up. You didn't even have. Yeah, I saw you was calling planets,
You
big
know,
dog.
that's already, boy.
All right.
Now classic Herald of Galactus. The
I think
power
Diva
cosmic
knocked her camera
flows
out. What
through
the
me.
hell?
Jesus, yeah, she froze. Maybe it was power.
It was the power cosmic and knocked her out.
Look at that,
Diva's
look at
dead.
that, she already out. Look at that. It was
And then he made her
guaranteed.
drop.
Even her camera
Oh,
knew
that's
it.
so funny. Nah, Diva, I'm not gonna lie. That just
camera
killed
knew
you. Him getting the power cosmic took you out, bro.
It's crazy.
Oh,
It took me
man.
Right out.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
5 seconds
so,
on the
you
clock.
know,
This is your
now
final
that's just
move.
now I've just jumped straight to multiversal power.
Yep.
That's crazy.
5 seconds on the clock. You each have. This is your final move. Diva, go.
I'm taking heat out. That's it. Pew, pew, pew. I'm shooting back at him again.
Oh, so you're trying again for the shot.
Yes. Because
His bubble's still up from last time, just so you know. So I'm gonna roll this again, and if he gets what was it again? Above a 50-50?
Yeah.
So if he
50.
get above a 50-50 on this, that's just a waste.
It's okay.
Ready for it? Let's see if you get hoed, Heed. An 18 just came out.
Oh my god.
Heed, you got hoed. Real bad.
What?
You got 2. Your bubble did not hold up for a second chance. I still give you 5 seconds with a gunshot. Gun to your head. You got 5 seconds. You're bleeding out. What are you going to do, brother?
I'm gonna hit her with the 1 million watt body,
Mm,
and she's cooked.
literally cooked. So y'all just going to take each other out? Y'all ain't going to try and go against the Cosmic Herald, Classicman
What's
D?
the point? What's the point?
We was fighting for second place.
I want my
I can
kills.
just channel the power back through him.
You got to kill.
I want my final hits. Okay, that's all I care about.
With that being said, I honestly have to say this has been one of our best ones. And the winner 2-0 is Classicman D.
Mhm.
Can we get a hand clap for our guy, man? That was
I
a
gotta
great
give it to
win.
him, man.
You guys did that. Yes, sir.
I gotta give it to him.
Woo! Classic Man, I hope you enjoyed playing Level Up with us. This is the game we usually
Oh,
play
no,
at DreamCon, man.
Nah, it was fun. I actually enjoyed that. I got some
Yeah.
lucky rolls. I can tell you that much.
Absolutely. Man, 18?
I had to think about that fucking celestial body when I was like over here just looking up Marvel shit at this point. Some stupid ass shit that's been happening in space in Marvel.
I'm not going to lie. I thought you would have either said Black Hole or Big Bang.
I didn't want to die. I wanted to win, but I didn't want to die. I was like, I'm already throwing the Earth off its axis for a second to do this shit.
Literally gave me the power to create a Dyson, and I couldn't use fucking.
To be real, you could have. Fair. I mean, you could have said you would heal because even Static has healing powers.
He has it, but it's finite.
His healing
It's
is like Meliodas' healing. It's reattachment. It's not regeneration.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I think about it.
If he was, because I think like your power describes you. Are you manipulating energy and absorbing energy, or are you made of physical energy? Are you just pure energy? Is that what you are?
She can him or her.
Me.
Oh, I'm talking about him.
So he generates limitless amounts of energy. So technically, he could regenerate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he should be able to, because that means if you're a generator, then you're making it. You would be like Thunder and Electro.
Yeah.
So you could come back from it,
but with the 9,
you burn out.
I couldn't even get a 10. Like I just kind of threw everything that seemed like, oh yeah, that's dope as hell out the window.
Yeah.
After a while, you would get burnt out. Honestly, for your ass, I was really thinking about like the fact that if she wasn't attacking me and I had to think fast to dodge this nether blast, I would have just put the tide over you, and then the tide has salt water in it.
Yep.
Like
it'll keep draining electricity as long as you're in it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you would have got hit with that wave, and you would disperse throughout the wave and immediately died.
All right. Well, that was a fun one. Diva. Ears. Let's see them.
Let's see them. Okay, so for everyone in Classicman D, we are doing my princess collection. So we're going through all my princess ears. We're currently on Belle, which is my favorite princess. Last week was a total banger. But I thought these ones were appropriate because it gives, well, I'm not going to give no hints. Numbers. Greg, out of 5.
4.
Pete?
3.
Okay, so these are my first Belle ears ever because I desperately wanted some. And they're Chibi Bells.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So
no, I give that a 5. That's a 5.
And
that's
the glitter like moves. Like it's like glittery inside.
No, that's lit.
I would give that Phil. I like the Chibi.
Yeah.
You're recovering from your past poor performances, so I'm happy.
Yeah, these were my first Belle ears ever because I really, really wanted my favorite princess, and this is all they had. And then the bow in the middle like has the rose, and it's like hard. So yeah.
Dope.
Nice.
You're up to 93 now?
I'm up to 93 currently.
You made up to 93 of those? That's great.
Yeah, so like you can see them hanging back here, but my entire bedroom wall is filled with them.
93 years.
Yeah, I just made a reel of me putting them all back up because I had to like I didn't have to take down the hooks, but I had to like fix the sticks on the hooks and then add all the new ones.
Okay.
So 93. 7 more to 100. We're almost there.
Absolutely. Just clap it up for you, for real.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Dedication to a craft. Greg, I'm gonna shorten my news to this one fact that I really wanted.
Yep.
At Anime Expo, Netflix kind of threw out their numbers that in the last 5 years, they've tripled the amount of viewership on anime. So they went from around 16% of all their viewers to about 50%. So 50% of all people that have Netflix watch an anime.
Nice.
And that's around 300 million people. And to context, you can tally up the number of people in America's top 20 cities that's still nowhere near 300 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let that also be known that people be sharing Netflix accounts. So it's probably more.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah.
Let's go anime on the come up. I love what not they've done because they had a couple hits and a couple misses, but like I love that anime's become a lot mainstream. I also have a love-hate relationship with it, but like I definitely love it because it brings out more seasons of my favorite shows and more crafts and TV and collaborations. So definitely a lit thing. I have one news point, and that's because we talked about The Walking Dead earlier. The Walking Dead is coming to Dead by Daylight. They are bringing Rick and Michonne as new survivors with 2 new maps.
That was my other thing I forgot about. Your takes lately on all these Dead by, I feel like you're a killer main, and I just need to say that. I feel like you're a killer main, and I hate you because when me and Greg used to run DVD, I was his running bitch. He did everything, and I just had to run for my life.
Yeah. He was good at it, bro. He was juking. He was getting to work, and he'd be like, I think I'm going to go down. So I'm like, I got 3 gens. I need you to hold on a little bit longer, please.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing when it comes down to it. It's like I've always been a killer man. I've never really like vibe with survivors as much and whatnot because I was like I learned Survivor so I could become like the ultimate
better killer.
You became the prey so you could be a better predator. Oh man,
basically. So I went up against some of like the better killers. A lot of like my homies used to play it a lot, and they used to hunt the shit out of me because we would run and test different killers
Right.
and wanted to find out the ins and outs of each one of these characters and how they would work and how they would go about like how quickly they could turn, how much cooldowns they would have. We learned every ins and out of it and whatnot, and it made me a better killer over the time. So it's like now I can just play any of them now. So that's why when people are asking me about like this, and it turned into a series that people want me to critique their killers and everything like that, from what I know, I'm just like, oh, this is easy for me.
Hell yeah.
I do both.
I learned that so many killers have been added because the last time we played was probably around Xenomorph, right?
It was
Or
right
before-
before Xenomorph. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played right before Xenomorph. We played when Sadako came out. The chick
Yeah,
from The Ring. We were playing
Yeah.
when she came out, and that was the last time we played. But since then, you
So
got Five Nights at Freddy's collab. You got Tokyo Ghoul. I said Kaneki. Xenomorph. The Dredge. No, Dredge was already out. I think it's only been 3 or 4 killers that's been added. Oh, Chucky.
The
Chucky
Unknown.
got added.
You have the Unknown. You got Chucky. You have the Huntress. Not the Huntress, but the Houndmaster. Excuse me.
Houndmaster. That's what it is. Yeah.
Houndmaster
There's a couple
also.
of them that's new now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never got to play with the Dredge, but topic for another day.
Maybe we'll pick it back up. Something we pick back up every now and again.
Yeah, y'all should definitely pick it back up. We have what I have on my YouTube channel is it's called Classic Killer Night, where typically I hunt down my friends and they see if they can survive against me and like some of my best killers.
Say
And
less.
whatnot.
I'm down.
So,
I'm always down.
We do that, and then for the next Classic Killer, we have it to where I have the chat actually pick my killers for me, so it can make it a lot easier for people. Because like there are certain killers I'm not typically used to playing like that. I don't typically do stealth killers. Like I'm not really privy to like Ghostface or Michael because they take a different type of play style. But I'm trying to branch out into people like them, Wraith and the Pig, and people like that. So they're picking it so it can make it a little bit easier for people to go up against me.
I like
But
Dredge
yeah,
because
like,
he's an
I'm not
aggressive
selfish.
stealth killer, specifically.
Oh yeah.
Because like
Mhm.
you get that pitch black darkness, and it's up. Oh my god, it's so up. I'm
Yeah,
moving.
I love surprise attacking people with the Dredge, man. Like, oh, it's so satisfying getting that coming out that locker on somebody.
Yo, and they just be chilling or minding their business. You just bow, bow, bow. They're like,
Yeah, and they get jump scared. It's the easiest jump scare you could possibly get.
facts. All right.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
Definitely. All right. So everybody, how's your week's been? Diva, you start.
It's been pretty good.
Okay. My weekend was cool. I didn't do much. Like I said, I redid all my ears. That's how I now know the number is 93. Because I was saying I was in the 80s. Apparently not. The old lady who lived across the street fell on purpose, and now I have like a shit ton of mosquito bites, and I'm so upset about it. I'm so upset about it. She didn't fall like by accident. She was out at 9:00 at night with a rake in her backyard, and I was walking Kill, my dog, and like I walked past her house and I ain't say nothing. Then all I hear is like a nada, help! I've fallen. I can't get up. Like, can someone help me? Nothing. And so I'm like, don't look back. Don't look back. I look back. She on the ground like, And so I go to help her, and I get all bit up. I'm real upset about it. I'm still upset about it because she felt on
She was
purpose,
just doing
and
this for
nobody could tell me nothing.
attention.
She wanted
Yes.
the touch of a human, man.
Yes. Work is busy, but it's cool. And yeah, life is going pretty good, you know? Planning a wedding, that's hard. I do not recommend elope. If anyone asks me, I'm gonna tell y'all elope. Just go ahead. Save your money and elope.
Yeah.
Just do that.
You're the one that want to get married at
Oh,
Disney.
man.
Remember that.
I do.
Give
and
them
I
all the
am.
facts.
I do and I am, but stressful.
All right,
Yeah,
Heat,
Troy.
how was your week?
It's been cool. 4th of July, I ain't do too much. I think my biggest accomplishment over the year was the fact that I touched GM2 in Rivals. I've been dying to hit that. And I play a lot of City Skylines, which is like a city simulator game. I was doing so well. I built up so much money. I had so many people. And right before we started recording, my file got corrupted and my PC just can't operate, and now I lost all that. That was like 25 hours of work.
Damn.
Yeah, so.
I'm
But
sad for
we're
you,
all good.
brother.
Yeah, we'll start over.
All right, Classic Man, how was your week?
That was pretty good. I had a couple of meetings. I don't know if y'all had saw my story, but got with Bandai Namco, got approved with them.
Yes, sir.
whatnot,
Congratulations. I saw that.
We're joining up with Bandai. I had a lot of things I had to get into with them, so we had a meeting and whatnot for the up and coming like All's Justice that they have coming out soon. It was letting us know like when the early release of that was coming, and then what's it called? They have also the Dawn of the Dawn Walker demo coming
Oh,
out soon.
that looks
So
so
like we're also
good.
gonna be trying to play that too. I really want to play that and whatnot, and just been preparing just for just different cons and stuff like that. I was trying to narrow down which was like the last one, the last two I want to go to. I was gonna go to Anime NYC, but what's it called? It didn't really pan out too much when it came down to like me wanting to go with like a really big group and whatnot. And then I didn't want to go to New York by myself and whatnot with my homies. And so I said, okay, when it come down to it, I said, you know what, I can just drive down to Dragon Con, and then it's like my homegirl's birthday. And so like all of us said, like, yo, we can go to Dragon, we can see everybody in ATL. That would be cool. We can go out there for 5 days. It's much more simple, much more cost effective and shit. So we was planning on doing that, and then also going to DreamHack at the end of October too. So we were just playing that con stuff for the most part, and then getting the materials and stuff that I need for my cosplay soon.
Nice.
Definitely nice.
My week has been a mix mash. I ended up seeing a coworker at a 4th of July party, so that was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was a black coworker, so he's cool. He was like, Greg, what are you doing here? I'm like, this is my cousin's party, bro. He was like, oh shit. So hung out, had some fun, got some drinks. Work has been shit. Just terrible. But hopefully it improves over the next week or so. And then the other big thing is been doing the Perler sets. Got a bunch of those, been posting those, but then also doing the challenge of 5 times a day. It's difficult but manageable. It's more so as long as I get at least one thing done during the middle of the night, I can manage the rest of the day. Like, definitely difficult to have that many ideas just in turn that I can just act on. So, working with that, but we live, we learn. Learning my algorithm.
Oh, I forgot. For the 4th, I went to Disney World, and I'm not against it. I typically don't go on the holidays. I have family in town. But if you're going to watch the fireworks, you can literally watch them from anywhere. Like typically, if you're gonna watch like the regular fireworks show, you got to be like right up on the castle because they do projections on the castle and stuff like that. Not for the 4th, and probably not for New Year's. You can just find a spot in the park and just look up.
You can just sit at home, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The ones at home from SeaWorld was crazy. My house was shaking. Oh, Classicman D. SeaWorld is right behind my house. I can hear like the roller coaster go. I see the fireworks from my house. The house was shaking, and they have never been like that big and that powerful. I don't know who giving SeaWorld money, but they was booming.
Yeah. A true Disney fanatic moved straight from Baltimore to see
SeaWorld.
Just so I can go whenever I want.
The Disney dick sucker herself, everybody.
Hey.
That being said, that leads us into the conclusion of the episode. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg. Be sure to follow me on my socials at Mr. Space Waits for the personal and at Galaxy Greg for the content page, where I post everything, including everything from this challenge and all of my podcast content. Be sure to follow the podcast at Be More Nerdy on all platforms, including TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. All those places, you can find us in anywhere you're listening to any of your podcasts. With that, I'll give it to Diva.
What it is, little dummies, it's your girl, Diva XOXO. You can follow me at the Diva XOXO on Instagram. Comment down below what are we going to do this one? Comment down below your favorite battle, favorite battle combination. If it's controversial, we'll talk about it. Of course, I'll comment back and tell you you're wrong, or if you're right. He?
You mean death battles or just battling?
Death battles. Sorry.
You're good. And it's honestly _he, man. Y'all also know I'm HDTV. You can find me at both on Instagram because I hate most social media. So that being said, we greatly appreciate Classic coming out, giving out time to do this episode. We love all of our guests. We love that so many of our guests just enjoy being on. At least I hope you enjoy it. I might be wrong,
Yeah.
but I felt like you had fun, you know.
Mm.
Oh yeah. And then Classic Man, it's you. You're out. Any
Yeah,
socials?
man.
Anything you want to share?
Yeah, it's Classicman D on all platforms and everything like that. I'm mainly on YouTube, and I'm branching out between TikTok and Instagram. You can catch me on any of those. It's the same name, same tag. I appreciate you guys for having me out. And that's about it for me.
Awesome.
And recently started streaming on Twitch, so make sure you catch
That
him there.
too, yes, that's also true. Thank you for that. I damn sure forgot about that. I'm all around, man. I really am.
Trust, I'm a YouTube stickler, but I see the branch.
Yeah.
Bet. With that being said, Classic Man, you now hold the record for longest episode. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah,
Awesome,
guess what the longest episode. Congrats to you, man.
Hey, Taishi.
Going down in
That's
Be More
good
Nerdy
stuff.
history. Gotta love it.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, with that being said, we are the Be More Nerdy podcast, and remember to go out and do something cool and maybe have an anime debate or two. With that, we are the Be More Nerdy podcast. Remember to be more nerds. Peace.
Gotcha.